Good morning, everybody. How is it going this morning? We give it some shout outs. WSC on Twitch, Ryzen, Lecker, Old Ahab, Zyojin, No Name, Eduardo, Carl, Jens, Bearish Bull, Andes, The Kiwi, Tulio, Ian, Chum, Chappies, Crypto Chemist, Burnett, Otto, Eric, Springboard, Doinked, Stack, Alex. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing this morning?
What is good, guys?
Joe, Dave. Have you guys seen that movie Penguins? The octopus's name is Dave. They're always like, Dave. It's funny, bro.
Don't even ask me, bro, if I've seen it.
It's a kid's movie.
maybe I have seen it.
Does the delta on the London session have any effect on the current session, at least for the first bar? Yeah, I would say it's just a good reference point on, where to pay attention to. Nelson, Fiva, John, Sherm, you from California, bro? Blades. What's going on, everybody? So let's go ahead and let's get this out of the way early. Let's go ahead and bang that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click subscribe, click that notification bell, and let's get rolling. Right, so we're in a trade right now. It is it's a little iffy, this US Open, right? What I wanted to see, what's weird is that this thing is not expanding or whatever, but so what I wanted to see originally, right, was this to break right away. So when you're taking these trades, right, when I'm posting these trades, oh, you're from New Jersey. Oh, okay. We just say that a lot in Cali, sure. Damn, I hate that octopus. No, Dave, you seen the movie? You got kids? Morning, everybody. Looking at my charts, drinking some coffee, listening to the man himself, PTCB. What's up, C130? Bang, bang.
What is good?
Yeah, I had to run to the gas station today. I got in my fridge this morning, no bangs. I'm like, damn.
Oh, that's funny. I did too, man. I'm sipping on one right now. I just got back from the gas station like 5 minutes ago.
What flavor you got?
I got that pina colada, you know what I'm saying? That one's actually kind of tasty. It really is. It's really flavorful, you know?
I got the Star Blast. I just stick with Star Blast. When something's good, you don't fuck with it.
Oil list. Come on now.
Hey man, it's like TPO, bro. If it works, just use the TPO if it works,
This man, he's funny, bro. This man said, "Yep, ain't no point."
Your boy was talking about the TPO today on his stream this morning.
Who?
Your boy.
Oh, you're lying.
I swear. He didn't. He just mentioned it, but he didn't say.
Oh
anything.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like
it's hot there, huh?
The TPO is good, but there's only one place to find the information at.
Exactly. But yeah, so on that trade, right? My fill is 3, 4, 5, 9, 4. So I got filled. I jumped in a little bit early. But we broke this low. That was nice. As we came down and I didn't see us break, I took a little bit off right here, right? When we do this and when you're seeing these posts, one thing I oh, what's up, long and short? What's up, DM? One thing I don't want you guys to do is just blindly follow. Like, you see that, I'm looking for a short trade. It's just like, oh, well, if he's gonna look short, we're probably gonna go short. Let me click the button short, right? That's not what I want you guys to do. What I want you guys to do is understand that how the structure is working, right? So if we take a little bit wider look at the structure here, and you see we kind of have the structure here, kind of have a little bit lower structure here, and I mean in between it's just kind of like a this, we've kind of just, ever since we came down, we've just kind of been bouncing back and forth. What I was looking for is a break of this structure, but what I really want to see is, as I get in the trade, is a break of the lower structure. We didn't quite get it. So that's when I decided, okay, time to take some off, right? And that's what you guys should be doing as well. If you see it get to a point where it's not, if it's starting to reverse. I seen somebody, I think it was Jumbo might have went 100x on this one.
Oof.
But I mean, so if you go, that's the thing, if you go 100x, you only need the thing to move like 100 points to make some money, and I'm not saying to go 100x because then you only need 100 points, because also if it goes the other way, you could be in some deep water as well. So you obviously you don't want that either.
Want to manage that risk, bro,
Always
gotta stay hip with it.
And so I wanted to go over the trade that we went in on. Oh, damn it. Where that line was at. I wanted to go over the trade that we went through last night. So a lot of times when I post the trade alerts, what I'll do is I'll jump into the TPO Bitcoin chat, whether it's a trade on ETH, whether it's a trade on Bitcoin. They pretty much go hand in hand. Oh, you were joking. It was 125x cross. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you guys were serious. I'm like, Jesus. But see, like, this is almost like the perfect setup for me, right? This is what, this is like a TPO's paradise, because, you're getting a lot of back and forth. So obviously the indicators, if you're on indicators, are basically giving you signals like this, which are hard to read, right? And oh, Jason Casper, bro, with the 100, bro. Thank you, bro. Hey, are you gonna take the course? We're actually waiting for you to take the course. So
Jason Casper, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? It's been a minute, dude. I love you, buddy.
So with the this is one key thing that we were talking about yesterday, guys, is if we get rid of the expansion and let's take these bars off, right? This is what had me. Oh, here, let me just load the other template. This one. Yeah. And let's go. So this is what had me on the downside. So if we, and like I told you guys, mine is on a 24-hour.
Oh, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Can't talk. I thought my stuff got unplugged for a sec.
I'm on ETH. I'm like, what the fuck?
Trying to get my chat going. There we go. There we go. All right, sweet.
All right. So you see, this is. Let me get rid of the bars real quick so we can actually see. So we see the TPO, right? And we had the balance zone, right? The same balance zone that we have on NinjaTrader, right? Remember we drew this balance zone a couple of days ago when we did like a late night stream. It's still there, that gold balance zone. That's still a balance zone that I like and that I keep track of, right? And so we have this balance zone. We looked above and we had this huge volume node, right? Then we talked about this yesterday, this like uppercase B, where we had this double distribution. We had a high distribution and a low distribution. If you guys remember yesterday on stream, when we were at the price, I was saying look for it to come up and gain some support. If not, it's going to reject, and then look for it to come back down to our support zone, right? Or to our value zone is what I like to call it. And so what happened is, kind of exactly that, which is what had me on, this downside action. So let's go back to our other template. And so we get this nice consolidation at the top, and our zone is up here, right? That value area is up here, and we try to peek into it, can't do it, and then we start to make a little bit lower lows. We finally broke a low, right? So we finally broke the low of our structure, and that gives us our little sign, right? We got in, well, the signal was here. I got in a little bit early. I got in during this bar and sat through this a little bit, but the signal was down here a little bit on the break of the low of the structure. We had to push down, hit some profit targets, right? Came right to the tick. And if you guys remember this bar right here, it was actually kind of or it was actually this bar right here. It was actually kind of a scary bar because we came down, we basically filled the single prints, right? And then immediately reversed. But this was a perfect chance. If you didn't get into this trade, you got a chance for the pullback, right? And so that's what I'm always telling you guys, if you're patient. Brad, what's the balance zone? I'll bring it over right after this. So if you set up these trades, like I talk about, you want to see it give some rotations. Well, this one gave you a perfect rotation. So right here, you've taken profit. It comes back up. You add to the position when you see that it can't take back into structure. So it basically peaks back up into structure, right? Because our structure is here. It peaks back up into structure, doesn't hold, comes back down, and then look at this. It tests the bottom of the structure. Doesn't hold, peaks down below, doesn't like this structure, but then holds, and then eventually, boom, takes off to the downside. And a lot of you guys caught that, which was great. I know there was a couple of people that were trying to buy, I think right here when we rotated, to catch a bounce to try to fill these singles, right? It's a little bit more risky of a play, but if you manage risk, that's just part of it, right? Taking losses is going to be part of trading, guys. You're going to take losses. That's just, it's just going to happen no matter what. There's nothing you can really do about it to avoid it, right? It's like the cost of playing the game. Like when you go to a carnival and you pay $3 to shoot the basketball, you miss all 3 shots. Like not everyone can make all 3, right? You're not Steph Curry, so we're not market makers, but you're never going to make any shots unless you pay the $3 to actually play the game. You know what I mean? So that's just going to be the cost of business. I caught my own based on what you've been teaching us. Alex, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. That's exactly what I want to hear. Yo, shout out to Jason Casper. He's still in here. Thank you for the 99 again, bro. Appreciate it. The balance zone. What does it mean? Okay, so so basically what we're looking at with the balance zone, is this. So we turn off all of our splits, right? So we can see a 24-hour session. And then we give a nice zoom out. And this is what we did the other night when we were doing like a stock review, right? And so basically what's happening here is, and this is kind of how we caught that upside trade, because we saw the thin volume, is we were looking for our balance zone. And so you see here we have all of these kind of profiles just basically lining up through the middle, kind of either touching it from the bottom or touching it down from the top. And so that's why I kind of like this area as a support to see if it comes back into this area. I mean, it's in this area now, but to see if it's going to hold this area and then try to come back up to our upper distribution area where we have, you know, this this previous structure. This was that thin spot that we got into a little bit when we caught that long trade, when you know, we had a little bit of a liquidation right there. Let me get rid of all these red lines for you guys. ExoCharts is so slow sometimes. And I had a lot of questions about the bootcamp, about if we're going to use ExoCharts or Go charts or Quant Tower or NinjaTrader, right? We are going to use ExoCharts because I think that's what, when we did the poll, and we could do another poll right now, Ramon, if you want to toss that thing on.
Yeah, gotcha.
I think that's what most people are using is ExoCharts. But, you know, Chappie's kind of said it best. I think it was Chappie's today in the Discord. He said it best, like, you know, once you learn the TPO, it doesn't matter which one you use, right? It just matters your preference. Like, so it just matters the tools that it offers. So, like, for me, I use the Rancho Dinero one on NinjaTrader, but there's, you know, there's an MZ pack one there. I mean, there's like, I mean, if you were to get on Google and probably search for TPO for NinjaTrader, there's probably 1,000 of them out there. But the Rancho Dinero one is the one that I like the best. And it's not perfect, right? There's other things that it could do that I would like better. But yeah, so we have, you know, kind of our oops. God damn it. We have our little, Jesus. This is one thing I hate about ExoCharts. It doesn't have any drawing tools. We have our balance zone right here, and you know, we have this look above, right? This is that look above and fail, which is why we traded back down. And then yesterday, you know, like we were talking about, we couldn't quite get back up to where all that volume and time was spent, which is where this upper distribution is at. Couldn't hold it at least. And, you know, we have this thin spot up above that, you know, we could lead us up a little bit higher if we're able to, you know, kind of pierce that, right? And there's some space up here, and then we get into another consolidation zone right around this 39,000 where we originally came down from. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Crypto Pump, is this your first time on the disc or the channel? Brad, why is your balance? Is this your balance? It's just because that's where price is settling and kind of looking below, right? So if we look at it here, we see that price kind of looks below here and then comes back up, right? And then as we go back a little bit more, we see price looks above and then comes back down, right? And so that's what we're looking to find. First time? Well, welcome. Yeah, jump in the Discord, introduce yourself. You know, everyone in the community is great, man. We'll definitely help you out as much as we can.
If you're new, it might seem a little daunting and difficult at first, but it's not as bad. Just give it a shot and just, you know, sit for about 10-15 minutes, see what you think. It's very simple. I guarantee you I'll help you out, man.
But I mean, that's basically it. Is I'm looking for an area where price is going back to, right, over and over and over, and you know, we're kind of, you know, back into, you know, that area, right? So we are in this area, we came down, didn't hold the price down here, came back up, we came up, and, you know, now we're coming back down into that price, right? And so these are the things when I'm looking for the balance zone, that's what I look for. Oh, we got 3 a.m. in the chat.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Oh, what's up? Everyone was missing you yesterday. They were saying that there were some pretty good jokes yesterday in the stream.
Ah, man.
Something about filling holes and stuff like that.
Man, I swear, bro. What the heck?
All holes are filled. I'm just kidding. There's C-130 holes.
They're like,
Nah, I was just waiting for it. I'm like, man.
they're like the 3 a.m.'s date must have went well since he's not on the stream this morning.
I was tired. I was sleeping like a baby, guys.
Yeah, I hope that makes sense.
No alarm today either. That's why I didn't wake up. But my body's just like, you know what? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Wake up. That's why I saw your text this morning. I was like, we were like nice, and I was like, I can go back to sleep. And I was like, and I woke up at like 3:40, and I was like, oh, definitely time to get up now. That's when your body's like, just get out of bed. It's like no alarm needed. It's the worst. Hey, Crypto Pump It. If you come over to the boot camp, to be honest, and everyone that's registered for the boot camp, you guys should honestly be able to get this down within a week. If you guys really put in the work, you should be able to get it down within a week. Like just the concepts, the ideas, all that kind of stuff. The actual like execution and trading and all that might take you a little while to get your own system down or to get your own style down, right? Because you're still gonna have these bad habits you need to break. But if you guys come into the class, honestly, think you guys can all get it down within a week. So especially the more screen time you get in, like we tell you, we want you to get like at least a month of screen time in. You guys can get this down pretty fast. So I've had people ask me questions like that, and I truly believe like after you guys take the boot camp, you should have no problem reading these charts.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, I mean, it's not an easy thing to learn the executions and to just get the executions down right away. But if you're taking it patiently, like I'm saying, like when you're getting that screen time, practicing, I know a lot of people hate paper trading, but it can be beneficial if you can train your brain to not be like, well, I'm just gonna 100x this, right? Train your brain to adjust the paper trading account to the amount of money that you're actually going to put in, and then go from there, right? And then use the leverage that you're actually going to use. And then if you're first starting out, if you really can't use paper trading, just use regular money and just use low leverage, right? Or not a lot of money. That way you can still practice and feel those emotions without having to or with still being able to get the practice and not being able to use the paper trading. Looks like some big buy orders just came through right there, guys.
If you guys
Let's see if we break this M top.
if you guys don't have Excel charts yet, right, I highly recommend it. It's literally the best thing to have right now while Bitcoin Brad's going over it, because it's kind of like a resource, guys. So I highly recommend, if you don't have it, going to it or going to Go Charting and like at least having that chart open on like a small minimized screen, or at least on a second monitor while he's explaining this, because it will click a lot easier instead of just looking at it from his chart. And if we need to do like a charting setup video, then we can get that going, guys. But just as a recommendation, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, so let's see if it's going to break these M tops. Looks like it is.
For the poll so far, Brad, we have 71% Excel charts, 29% Go Charting. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Like 1/3 for Go Charting.
Yeah,
guys, I'll end.
Exactly, Alex. There's nothing wrong with a $100 cash account, right? And if you think about it, if you take $100 and turn that into $10 in a day, that's 10%. 10%. If you make 10% of your account in a single day, that's a ton of money, right? That's how you guys have to think about it. Don't think about it when you're learning as, oh, if I would have made this trade with 100x and not 10x, then I would have made this much money. You've got to think about it in the percentages that you're gaining, right?
It also doesn't matter what the size of your account is, you guys. You guys can have $1 million and blow it up just as fast as $1,000. Because if you don't know how to trade, you don't know how to trade.
Right.
You just might trade a little bit longer.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is a lot of people think that if they have this massive account that it's gonna make them, it's gonna make
impeccable.
them, yeah. I just closed mine out too, guys. That was disappointing. Hopefully you guys took some profit though when we didn't break that low. But we can try it again. I'll try it again at the bottom. And like a lot of people think that if they have this $10 million account that they'll make more money. But if your risk management is shit, you're still gonna be shit. You know what I mean? You're still gonna take these massive drawdowns. Yeah, you might be able just to sit in a trade and let it come back, but is that actually being a good trader, or is that just being rich? You know what I mean?
Just getting lucky.
Yeah, just getting lucky. Exactly. So like, yeah, if you've got all this capital to be able to sit in a trade forever, then that's a different story. But that's not actually being a good trader. That's just kind of just throwing a penny into a fountain and making a wish at that point.
Well, when you get all that money, when you got deep pockets, you can buy the quote unquote dip, right? Every single time. And hopefully, you have enough money to ride it out, but you guys can get stopped out with $1 million. You guys leverage your account too much. And you buy every single dip that happens. Guess what? There's not only so many dips that happen until the market just doesn't go back up again.
Right. Well, what is Grayscale's what's their average? It's like 25,000 or something like that, right?
What, per Bitcoin?
Per Bitcoin? Ramon,
I don't know. They've been in business for a long time actually, so I don't know what their average would be.
I think someone was saying it was like 25. It was like 25,000.
I don't know. They've been in business since before like years before last year, so they've had to buy a bunch at much cheaper price.
What was it that you were asking? They're
what's
average.
Grayscale's average? Yeah, it's like being good at roulette. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes James and I go to the casino, and we'll tell each other that we're good at roulette, right? And James has his strategy, and I have my strategy. They're, mine's a little bit more random when it comes to roulette because I like to gamble on roulette, and James likes to win on roulette, so he plays the strategy. And sometimes I beat him.
I get impatient.
Yeah. And sometimes
I just go all in, you guys.
Just here, 22 billion.
No. What's their average Bitcoin?
Oh, like they
cost
have
per Bitcoin.
Yeah, what's their average cost per Bitcoin?
Okay. Let me see if they have it on.
Alex says.
I don't know if they actually, it'd be stupid of them to actually say what their average cost per Bitcoin is, because that's like saying if we crash Bitcoin, then we're just gonna screw this other company out, So let me see here, so you can find it up.
Yeah, some of them release it, some of them don't. But
that's what I'm saying. It'd be very stupid for them to say how much they bought their Bitcoin for.
Exactly, burn it 7-10. Yeah, hedge funds prove every year that risk management is key. Yeah, because most of them have a fuckload of money, and most hedge funds go broke. That's right, and that's the thing is because they're always trying to test that edge, because they're not working for they're not working for just an income or working to just live. They want to live that average or that lavish life where they're going on these huge vacations to the Hamptons, living in this huge house, riding on a yacht, things like that. They're not trying to make $500 a day. They're trying to make $5 million a day. And that's going to come with a lot more risk. And you're talking about billions of dollars. There was that one billionaire, can't remember his name, that kind of caused the stock market to go. Yeah,
just recently,
yeah, like a couple of months ago. Yeah, because he was shorting the shit out of everything and then got liquidated. 26. Everyone's saying around 26K. Yeah. So what's interesting?
I wouldn't doubt it.
What's interesting is when we got back down to that level, they probably got a little pucker moment where they were like, fuck, maybe it's time to get out, right? I'm sure they've been buying the dip, but even companies like that can only buy the dip so long. Just like that guy that we're talking about, he was shorting the market for so long that you can only short the market for so long, and then gonna lose it. So now we're back into this balance. of the current session, right? We have our other balance zone below us, but we're kind of back, right in there, right in this previous structure. I was hoping that we were going to get a breakdown a little bit farther, come down into this 34 area. Below that 34 area, there's some real room to run. We have these single prints down here. We have a prior structure, and then depending upon if we hold this structure down here and try to come back up and test and move down, or we come up, test, and move up. That's kind of what I was looking for. But we could be putting in another higher low as well. So that's one thing. If if we get up here, our next balance zone is around that 36.2 level right here, right back up there. And then if we were to go back, this is where that upper distribution was at, where we put in a lot of volume right here and weren't able to hold it, traded back down. But if we get some buyers in here, we can really push this thing back up.
Crypto pump it real quick, man. Just explain. So these letters is just like a bar, right? So the time frame is a 30-minute chart, right? So if these were if this was a bar chart and these letters represent a bar, this would be a 30-minute bar. The only reason it's letters because it's called a time price opportunity chart, right? So this style of charting got its start in the pits long time ago, before I was even born, before you probably were even born, over the CME exchange, right? The Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So traders used to take their card, flip it around. Every 30 minutes, they'd write down a period, A, B, C, and keep going every 30 minutes until the day was over. Finished off at M period, N period. So that's all it is. That's basically just letters. It's a way to keep things organized. The alphabet A through Z pretty much. So that's why it's letters instead of bars, right? So when you hop on the computer, that A period is the beginning of the session. That A period is the beginning of the close and things like that. That's why it's a letter and not a bar. But other than that, it's just a 30-minute chart basically. But this one tells you where the open's at. You can see things like single prints and also the kind of stuff we're going to go over in the boot camp. But it's like a 30-minute chart, just with letters.
Andy, what's up? Adam from Nigeria, what's up, man?
Yeah, it's a fine line between buying the dip and being the dip. It's very true. You guys have to know how business works, right? And so if you guys don't know how the business of trading works, then you're not going to understand why price is moving up and down, right? Especially when you see like these rips that you guys think are these pushes up or pushes down, and it's really just buy stops being run, or market makers creating liquidity in the market. So like I said, you're not going to go open up a McDonald's if you've never worked at McDonald's before, or at least if you don't know how the internals of a McDonald's runs, right? So same thing with trading. You shouldn't go into trading if you don't know how they run the business in the back end, right? Trading is not pressing a button, buy or sell, or picking a limit order. Anybody can do that. A monkey can do that, you guys. But a trader knows how to manage risk, right? And so that's why Brad likes to call you guys risk managers. That's why he calls himself a risk manager. He doesn't call himself a trader. You can just replace the word trader with gambler, right? I mean, when I say trader, I'm saying the same thing as risk manager. I'm just too lazy to say the two words. But when other people say the word trader, you can just assume the word gambler, right? So you all need to know how to manage risk. You need to learn how to trade, and you need to learn how to understand the business of trading, right? So that's what we'll cover everything in the boot camp and the Discord, you guys. Sorry for my voice. I need to chug my gallon of water real quick too.
There you go. TPO doesn't mean take profit organization.
Hey, actually we do, yeah.
Yeah, to get together as a community, we were taking profit from the market makers, and I mean, honestly, probably we're taking profit from the retail traders that don't know what they're doing, that haven't discovered the Citadel yet. So hopefully, they can discover us.
For you guys out there that have started this game with moving crossover, like a MACD or a whatever EMA or SMA or HMA or TMA, or there's a lot of them out there. Last night on my sim account, I just threw up a strategy with NinjaTrader that comes with it, and the strategy is just a 10. What is that? A 10 and a 25? Is that the default, Brandon?
Yeah, it's the 10 and the 25. Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, I put a 10 and a 25 average on there, right? I wake up this morning, this thing is down $800. All right, and that's not the max drawdown. That's just what it's down so far. That's the realized gain loss is $800. I traded last night by myself as a human, made $1,000 in an hour and a half.
The money goes into my
So actually, that's about 3 hours because
Okay,
I
guys.
traded a little bit in the morning time. So what I'm trying to say is, right, that thing is following a strategy of moving across, doing a crossover, right? So it's no different than, you know, buying a MACD crossover, an RSI, or any of these other crossovers that, you know, people start looking at, right? And when you first start trading, all these indicators and all that stuff on there, that's meant to confuse you, right? No one knows what TPO is. I didn't know what TPO is when I first started trading, guys. Because guess what? TPO doesn't look cool. It's not pretty. It's not flashy, right? But you see a MACD crossover with these pretty green and red lines. You see, you know, this VWAP all over the place. You see the RSI. You see stochastics. You see EMA with, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40. You can put any number line you want on the chart, right? I mean, it's just all noise, guys. Nobody uses this stuff. You might see on like CNN, they'll go, oh yeah, the 50 and the 200, but they're using it on a daily chart. They're not using it on a 5-minute chart or a 2-minute chart or a 1 minute or a 30-minute, right? So, you know, this stuff right here, it looks very boring, right? Especially a 30-minute chart, right? Oh, why 30 minutes takes so long? I want to be in the trade. Well, it's like when you're trying to look at a 1 minute and a 5-minute and a 10-minute and a 20 and a 30 and a 40 and 50. It's like you guys are just confusing yourself, right? And you get a signal on one chart, you get a signal on the other, but you don't get on the others. It's just like which one is right. And that's the same thing too with your trading style. Like you have to be consistent with your trading. Same thing, you have to be consistent with the charts that you look at. You can't be looking at a 1 minute, a 5-minute, a 10-minute, 20-minute just to find your signal. You're just tricking yourself to thinking there is a signal, right? The signal is when you feel like the price is right based on your analysis of what's going on with price action. So if you guys want to learn how to trade, you have to use order flow tools, right? And those order flow tools include TPO, market profile, footprint charts, how to use the DOM and things like that, right? Actual orders that are being executed and actual orders going to happen in the future. You know, we can't rely on indicators and stuff like that, right? Because at the end of the day, the only indicator that matters is, you know, that thing between your ears, right? Your brain. So if you guys want to be an indicator, come to the TPO Bootcamp, learn how to be the indicator, come to the Discord, learn a little bit more, guys. Yeah, Linux, for you just joining, man, it's a TPO chart. It's called Time Price Opportunity Chart. And basically, you know, these letters are 30-minute bars. So don't let the letters confuse you. Just think of them as a bar. There's a lot of good info on the, you know, internet. You guys just have to get the right info, right? So if you guys are gonna go find stuff on the info, if you look up any kind of education about TPO, only look up this guy's name, Jim Dalton. Like he's basically the godfather of TPO and market profile. Okay, so if you guys want to find out more information online, Jim Dalton. Okay, that's the only person I would recommend you guys outside of, you know, Brad, because like I said, he is the originator. He's just gonna be a little harder to watch because he's a professional trader. He's like probably 70 years old, maybe older, I'm not sure. And he teaches the professionals, you guys, right? So it's like, I don't know if you guys been to like a lecture for scientists or something like that. It's probably very dull and boring if you're not a scientist, right? Because just they're gonna be talking all this lingo and jargon and stuff like that you don't get because they're scientists, right? But to them it's super interesting. But to you, it's just like, what are you guys even talking about, right? It's not the same stuff you see on TV, right? This movies like The Boiler Room and, you know, Billions and all this other kind of stuff that's on, right? Like trading is very boring, you guys. Like the money you make is great, but you know, all the stuff that you guys see on Instagram, like people driving around a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or having a big house, all this kind of stuff, right? You know, half of that is probably, you know, full of shit in the first place because anybody can go rent a car for the day, anyone can go rent a house on Airbnb or VRBO, right? And anyone can go in there with 10 different outfits and take 20 different pictures. You know, you guys like, you know, if you guys ever know anything about social media, like content is king, right? So these girls, these guys that go out there, these different places they go out and they take like 20 different outfits, take pictures in their car, take pictures on their vacation, and they keep reposting the same shit over and over, you guys, because they're just there for content, right? Some of them might have it, a lot of them don't. But if you guys are looking at that kind of stuff, right, and that's what you guys are attracted to, you guys are in the trading for the wrong reason, right? Because 90% of you are never going to get there. And I can tell you that flat out right now. 90% will never get there. And the number's actually probably higher than that. So if you guys are in it to learn something, in it for the long run, and want to make a living off of it, then that's something we can work with, right? But if you guys are dead set on a Lamborghini and you got to get it tomorrow, then you guys are just going to be throwing your money away to the wind, right? You might as well just walk into a casino, find the nearest trash can, take your money, just leave it right there, walk out the door. Only difference is you'll have a little more fun gambling, but guess what? That little fun only lasts for a little bit while you're winning, and then as soon as you start losing, depression kicks in. You start questioning yourself. You go through this big loop of, emotions and whatnot, going like, why am I doing this? Why did I waste my money? Am I even worth it? Am I a traitor? And all this kind of stuff, right? And so you don't want to go through those emotions because it's not worth it. For some people, $1,000 is a lot. For some people, 10,000 is a lot, and some people $1 million is a lot, right? To start with. So it doesn't matter how much you're starting with. Your emotions are still going to feel the same, right? And technically, it says James Dalton, Jim Dalton is the same person. But if you're James, you can go by Jim, Jimmy, Jim, whatever. But Jim Dalton is his name. But James is his birth name. So basically, you guys want to avoid all those things, right? So if you come to a place where someone's a little more experienced, right? They're gonna tell you these things, right? They're gonna tell you not to trade, right? No person in their right mind is gonna be like, yeah, just come on over, man. I just showed you this yesterday. I think you should just go ahead and press that button to buy and do your thing, No smart person would ever tell you to trade, ever. That's why I tell you guys not to trade. I'm not the smartest person in the room, that's for sure. But I've been around the block a few times, you guys, and I've seen a lot of stuff, and I've heard a lot of stuff. I would never let you guys trade if it was my money. Let's put it that way, right? And if you guys walk into a prop firm, they're never going to let you trade with their money. There's people that sit on the desk for a year trading sim because they don't trust the people, right? Money ruins people, you guys. You let your emotions get the best of you. And if you guys trade real money, you guys are going to feel a lot of emotions, all right? No, I'm not, I'm going to tell you not to trade, for a very long time. And I know 90% of you aren't going to listen to it. That's fine. That's fine. You guys can make your own decisions. You guys are all adults, hopefully all 18 and older watching. And, I was the same way. I had to just learn the hard way, right? But if I can save someone out here from blowing up an account, I've done my job, because guess what? The feeling sucks, and it's going to happen more than one time. I can guarantee you guys that. Very few people, and I say very few, I mean like 1 out of 1,000, will not blow up an account. Okay, and so there's some smart people here, and there's some stupid people here like me, and I'm not dissing on you guys, but you're gonna blow up your account. All right, you're gonna blow up your account. So you might as well just stop trading right now. Paper trade if you have to trade, but you guys have to get the screen time in. Learn how the market works. Learn how the market auction theory and stuff goes, really. And then from there, once you start seeing this stuff, you can start calling out the plays, right? And then from there, then start pressing that button to buy and sell. That should be the easiest part of trading, guys, is pressing the button, because now you know when to get in and when to get out, right? So that's my little spiel. For you guys that are watching, stop trading. Even if you're coming to boot camp, please stop trading. Once you get there, and once you start seeing the markets and start calling stuff out, and once you guys basically kind of see the way that Brad sees it, then you guys can maybe start trading, right? Because now you guys are on the same page, right? Now you guys can be profitable, and now you guys don't have to spend all day on the computer trading. You spend just an hour in the morning in trading, and then get off and go hang out with your family, go do something else, right? So that's what we're here for, is to buy our time back, right?
Right, exactly. Pipbeard said you've blown up your account probably 4 times since starting trading 6 months ago. That's probably probably not alone, right? There's probably a lot of people out there that are in that same boat. What's all that noise?
That was me. I was moving my chair.
And so, you want to make sure that you're managing that risk, so you can you can, you know, last long in the game, right? If your goal is like our goal here is to trade for an income, if that is your goal as well, then you've got to start off understanding that you're not going to, you know, just make $1 million on the first day, and you're not going to drive a Lambo after the first year. It's just not going to happen, right? Can I get an amen, James?
Amen.
He does go off, guys.
Yeah, you guys can't stop me. I got a mouth
Nobody
that
can.
runs, forever.
Yeah. He said, Boot said, Brad or 3am, do you keep a trade journal? Yeah, I do. I keep one, paper like right in front of me. It's actually like a planner, right? It has it's built-in days and everything. And I definitely recommend it, especially when you're first starting out. It is important to write down every single trade that you take. And, if you're using the TPO, you shouldn't be making, 30 trades a day, right? Yesterday we took 2 trades. We took 1 trade off the open, right? A little bit before the open that we rode up. And then last night last night we took 1 trade down, right? And then we took a trade this morning, that we had to cover for a loss, right? I think mine covered for a loss. I took a little bit of profit, but let it sit there for a little bit and didn't cover in profit. But that's only 3 trades in the past 24 hours. And I see people that are taking 50 trades in a couple of hours because they're trying to nail every single time, like, okay, here's this down. Oh, Jesus, dude, this thing always happens to go big. This thing comes down, like, I'm gonna buy here. And then they buy here, it starts to come down, they close it. All right, so now they lost on the trade or they break even on the trade. This one starts to go up, so they buy. Right, it comes back down, they close, loss. They buy again, this time they win. Right, then they sell, this time they win. Right, and now you've made 5 trades in let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. You made 5 trades, and your profits are lacking. 1, because you're paying all these fees, and 2, because you're trying to nail every single top and bottom instead of just being patient and letting the market structure work out for you, right? We have, like I said, we kind of have these 2 little mini structures going on. We came up, tested that top structure, now we're coming back down. We have some room to the downside, which is why I kind of still like this downside, what I've been kind of waiting for. But there is some upside here too if we can break out of this structure high, right? We peaked above, didn't like it, came back down, peaked below again, didn't like that, and now we're back into this, the middle of this structure. And if you're just patient, let the market come to you, then you're not going to be making 1,000 trades a day. You're not going to be making, kind of having to deal with all of these emotions that James is talking about over and over and over and over. Because every time you make a trade, right, you're going to have emotion with the trade, no matter what. Our goal here is to help you understand those emotions and, learn how to deal with them and use them to your advantage. All right, guys, hang on. Let's see if we can get a setup. So you're not looking to just deal with that emotion 20 times a day. Maybe just deal with it once, right? Because you're going to get mentally exhausted to the point where you're going to start what I call anger trading, where you've lost a couple of trades, and the worst part is you get into a trade here, right? This bar opens up here, goes down, stops you out, and then you get to move up, right? So now you're like, oh, motherfucker, right? And so now you're like, okay, well, now it's going to go down, so I'm going to short, right? It goes down a little bit, this thing comes back, it goes here, and you're like, close it, right? And then it goes back down, and you're like, damn it, I was right again. And so, and this happens back and forth, and if you're trying to nail every top and bottom. I know a lot of people, like, as the market's coming down, they're like, oh, I'm gonna buy right here because I'm gonna catch a bounce, right? But the thing is that you've got to understand when you're trying to trade against the trend, when you're trying to fade the market, right? So this move right here is called a fade trade. And so when you're trying to fade the market, you know, you've got to understand that if you're able to capture these 300 points right here, that's got to be good enough for you. So you've got to be able to set up your trading style in order to accommodate for that. So if a $300 trade is not going to cover your fees, or it's not going to cover, you know, the way that you're trading, then, you know, this is a fade trade is not for you. You might as well just stick with the trend. That way you can sit in the trade a little bit longer and catch some bigger moves, right?
Love, thank you, man. Appreciate that. $9.99.
Yeah, love, thank you.
And real quick, guys, just to cut Brad off real quick, I see some of you guys talking about like using like Google Sheets or like online for a trading journal. You know, you guys are already doing better than me because I barely keep a trading journal, right?
He's the worst.
But you know what, guys? Like you need to really try putting pen to paper, okay? So you know, when I was growing up, I went to a private Christian school. Man, I hated it. I had to learn Bible verses every single week, and you know how I memorized that kind of stuff, right? It was just like writing it down over and over and over again, and then writing it and saying it, writing and saying it. You guys ever seen like The Simpsons and Bart Simpson's in detention, and he writes, I will not, you know, do X, Y, and Z. I will not do X, Y, and Z. It's like, you know, maybe after taking a bad trade or something like that, you just have to sit there and write like, I will not trade M period. I will not trade M period. Write it out 100 times till it gets burned into your brain, right? So there's something different about putting pen to paper than there is something typing, right? Especially when you can copy and paste, right? I'm not saying to be like, you know, not keep online trading journal. I think it's very smart and wise because you can just search things, you can organize things by data and things like that. But when it comes to just doing stuff, there's nothing wrong with like putting pen to paper, right? Like old schools, there's nothing wrong going old school when it comes to taking notes, guys. When you put pen to paper, there's a different kind of connection with your brain than there's when it comes to typing, right? To me, typing is just kind of like words on a screen, like reading a book almost. But you know, if I hear it and see it and do it all at the same time, that makes a world of difference, right? So on my screen, I have like little post-it notes that says like hit singles, you know, process over profit, risk manager, don't trade all day, right? And you know, if I break one of these rules, I want to just sit there and write it in my notebook a bunch of times, right? Because like the more you write it, the more you become familiar with it. And yeah, don't trade M period. You know, M period is a bad time to trade. If you guys know what M period is, that's the end of the day. You know, and let's put it this way: only very smart people trade end of the day, or only losers trade the end of the day, right? Most people are closed out of their positions by M period, you guys. So M period is the last 30 minutes of the session. And if you guys are trading M period, you guys are in the wrong 30 minutes to trade, okay? The best time to trade is that first hour and a half. If you guys like the slower session, you can trade that lunch session. But, you know, if you guys are in M period, you guys are the wrong place to trade. Unless you guys really know how M period works, you know? And that's what I'm saying. If you don't know how the market works, you shouldn't trade. And if you don't know how M period works, you definitely shouldn't trade.
I was gonna say I trade M period every day.
But you know how the market works, though.
My favorite period to trade.
You know how the market works, though. That's the difference. So, you know, if you guys don't know that, you know, while everyone's going long all day long, what do you become when you become a buyer? Become a seller, right? So you might want to start looking for people to start closing their trades out, right? And if you don't close your trade out by a certain time, some of these firms, some of these, you know, institutions, and these people that are lending them money, right? Most of these people are trading on credit, right? So guess what? They have this little thing called, you know, a courtesy liquidation and auto liquidation, right? It's these people that are, you know, managing their money are going, hey, guess what? It's 12:45. It's 3:40. Well, if you're in New York time, it's 3:45. Time to close that trade out, buddy. And just, you know, all trades executed right there. And then you get this big rip up or big rip down. You're like, oh, guys, thing's crashing. No, it's not crashing. It's just someone taking profit or closing their trade out, you guys. So when you guys see big pushes down and you see a push back up, you have to understand, is that actual buying or is that sellers closing out a position? You know, you guys have to know why it's actually happening. You know, like I said, things don't just happen for a reason. You know, you have to understand the reason behind it. So if you guys don't know the reasons behind it, you don't need to trade. And shout out to whoever has the Ford Raptor. I think it was Shep. I'm very jealous, man.
Yeah,
like,
those Ford Raptors are nice.
My favorite car, especially the new ones. Man, these new ones are just absolutely insane. You got everything on it. You don't have to do anything to it anymore.
Decentralize writing stuff down does help put your thoughts in order. So like before I build like any slideshows or before I do any presentations and stuff, I always write everything down. You know, I like to write stuff down, you know, because I feel like it helps me more. and then I can go back easier. And once it's on pen, like if you put pen on paper, you can't erase it, right? If you're using Google Docs and stuff, you can basically start fresh every single day, but if you're using like a journal and you've got a couple of days, like so for me, every page has a week on it, and so some have 3 days and some have 3 days and then some have 5 days, I think. Some have 4 days. Some have 3 days and some have 4 days. So, like one has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, if you make a bunch of, shitty trades on Thursday, well, now you've got to look at it until Sunday, right? Whereas if you're in Google Docs, you can just backspace that thing and not see it anymore. And so for me, I like to see it. Oil's coming down right now, James.
Is it? I haven't looked at the chart.
I'm like almost exclusively trading oil lately. I don't know what to do.
Well, it's fun, man.
I like it better than
I wish I traded a long time ago,
I mean, ultimately want it to go up, so.
So real quick, what Triptone says is repetition becomes habit, make them good ones. Yeah, so you guys, you've heard that saying before, and I've said it before on the stream. It's not practice that makes perfect, it's perfect practice that makes perfect, right? So if you guys are going to do something, do it right every single time, because when you guys do execute it, you're going to execute it that way, right? So if you're on the sim and you're trading sim like it's, I got $1 million in this account, I'm just going to go long every single time, I'm going to buy this dip. Guess what? When you guys transition to real money, even though you know what you're doing, right? You've learned what to do. You're going to take those bad habits with you, and you're going to do everything that you just did on a paper account into a live account. So, like Triptone said, repetition becomes habit, make them good ones, right? So it's perfect practice makes perfect. So do everything the way you actually would. In the military, when we learn a new skill, we call it crawl, walk, then run, okay? So if we're learning how to clear a building, right, we're going to be going in there, just going to baby steps. Nice and slow, right? And then after that, we're going to speed it up until we're into, operation tempo, right? So it's going to basically be, you're going to go into things starting nice and slow, and then you're going to go in there full speed, right? Because mistakes are going to happen, right? So when you're going through when you're going through it nice and slow, you can learn and dial down these mistakes. You can fix them. You can correct them. Other people are monitoring and watching you guys how the rooms are cleared. They have like science on the subfield, right? They have cameras in all these rooms. They want to see how everyone reacts and responds, and seeing how if they're supposed to do the things, the way they're supposed to be doing these things, right? So if you guys know anything about special forces or SEAL team or DevGru and all these other people out there, Raiders, Marine Raiders, not the Oakland Raiders or Las Vegas Raiders. These people here, they train all day long. They have a mission, right? Their mission is to go kill this bad guy in another country. They build a fake house that looks just like that from all the intel they've gathered. They go and they clear that room and they exercise that room for, a month at a time, 2 months, 3 months, depending on how long that mission is, how important the mission is. They'll clear that room 100 times over and over and over a day until they actually do the mission. So when they actually go into the mission, they're in, they're out, they got the guy, and they're going to exfil out somewhere, right? So that's how it is when you try to trade. You have to watch, practice. When it comes to executing, boom, in and out, and you're gonna hear that money play, piggy bank, just like Brad's song goes off, okay? So that's how you guys have to, practice. Practice perfect. Start crawling, walking, and then running. Then when you guys go to execute, it's gonna be no big deal. That's gonna be the easiest thing, is just pressing a button for you guys.
And one thing that James really likes is a saying that says that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, right? And that's a key,
right.
That's a huge thing. And I had never really heard that until James had told it to me. Because I've never, like I said, I'm 5'7", 185 pounds. I'm not, this physical specimen, but I've always worked hard at everything that I do. And that's how I've been able to be good at a lot of things. I'm not a professional athlete. I'm not, a professional math whiz, but, when it comes to certain things, I can compete with, some of, maybe not the best of the best, right? Because that's talent and hard work, but, I can compete with a decent amount of people. Like, I can go to the park and, in Oakland and play basketball, with the people there and hold my own, right? And, that's a key thing when this in this is that you need to be able to convince yourself to work hard, right? Dyer, you had a medical emergency this morning? Oh, at work? I hope everything's all right. Sorry if that song is loud, guys. I haven't figured out how to turn it down yet. But it's
And
like
guys,
it's like a refresher for me to hear it. So
well, if you're also like, halfway asleep, like me in the morning, it wakes you up. Guys, sometimes I'm sitting on the desk, I'm just like, my eyes are starting to close, right? Like last night, I was getting ready to like leave the trade. I'm looking at something else on the computer. I just look over at my chart and I just hear it, and I just like see a big pump down, and I think it's like W period or something like that, and I'm like, oh, all my trade just got closed out. This is great, And then I had one runner left over I could manage, but I wish I was paying attention to it. It'd have been worth a little bit more. But Dyer, man, thanks for coming in, man. And same thing for the class, you guys. If you guys are late, come into class, okay? I don't care if it's the last 5 minutes of class, just come in, okay? I don't know if you guys ever been to a place like, football practice, or like, karate or jiu-jitsu, or, basketball practice, or whatever practice, or even school in general, right? Like, I would never tell you guys to not come into class, okay? Like, there's no punishment for being late. Eventually, like, you want to build good habits and you want to be on time, because when you have a job, right, you need to show up on time. Otherwise, you're going to get fired eventually, unless you work for the union. No offense to some of the union people out there. Just worked with some bad people in the nurses union before.
yeah, see, it is.
So just make sure you just come straight into class, okay? It doesn't matter if you're 10 minutes late, 30 minutes late, an hour late, or at the very end. You'll still pick up some kind of information that's good, and you can always still go back and rewatch the class, okay? But if you guys come to class, we at least know you guys are okay, and you guys are here to here to learn and whatnot, right? So it doesn't matter if you guys are late, just come on into class.
And then someone was asking, like, kind of, how we're looking at these zones, and how it's how we're kind of setting this up, right? And so we see, like, pretty much we have like this lower consolidation, we have like an upper consolidation. We've been kind of range bound between these. We had a little bit of a breakdown in M, but couldn't get down into this level, which is where where I'm looking to get down to. I would love for C period to take a little break right here, right? And then, try to flush these stops and get down into here. I'm probably gonna try this here. Is it late? If you're late, it's a reflection on yourself. Oh, Luis, yeah. That's one thing that like that I can't really I can't really stand, is like, because like unless it's like an emergency, especially in the military, a lot of the soldiers live like 2 seconds away from work, and sometimes they're late, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, why are you late? Like, you live right there. I had to drive 20 minutes to get here. I'm here on time, early even. Just want to look at my setup based off what you see. Are you're short, Chappies? Chappies, you're turning into a short master. I'm gonna start calling you James.
I got a DM yesterday, and they're like, "Hey, can you tell me why you like shorts so much?" And I was like, "Yeah, no problem." I was like, "They happen," because he was saying like, "I see shorts all the time." And I was like, "Great, there's nothing wrong with seeing a short." And the reason I like shorts, guys, because they usually happen pretty fast. For long trades, they have to build, and then push up, right? Unless you got a stop run. But for the most time, long trades take a little bit longer. You guys have heard the saying, stairs up, elevator down, or escalator up, elevator down. It's usually, it's pretty true. Like, I hate using all these like cliches and things like that, but shorts usually happen pretty fast, and so if you know what you're looking for and you manage your risk, you can get in and out of the trade with very little damage. And then for longs, are the safest ones, right? Because the majority of the market is always going long, right? So not only do I like shorts in the market, but I wear shorts all year round, guys. I hate pants. So
that's because his legs are too big to fit in jeans. That's why.
That's very true.
Got them thunder thighs.
Those are the good thighs.
No complaints from Brad, guys.
Yeah, I'm not complaining at all.
Because when he gets caught in my guard, it keeps him nice and warm.
When someone talks smack to me, I'm like, bro, you seen this guy's legs? You want to get kicked? You think anyone wants to take a kick to the head wearing these bad boys? Didn't think so.
That's a good one. That'll be next year. Next year's Halloween.
Yeah, let's get some American flag pants. Those parachute pants.
Yeah, my buddy wore that like a few years ago for Halloween.
Yeah,
pretty sure everyone has.
Mullet.
Yeah.
Chappies, what are you looking at? You're looking at that. You're looking at this short right here. That's taking place. Let's see. Bulls take the stairs, bears take the elevator. Yeah, that's what we were talking about yesterday on stream too. Is like, it takes a lot more effort to go up, and most of the time, what happens is when we're coming down, it's those liquidations. Shorts are just buys are just turning into sells real quick, taking their profits, and that's what causes the spills, a truckload of stops. Sometimes when James and I are trading, I send him a message. Oil's pumping now. Thank God I got filled on that profit. But so, I'll be trading up, and I'll be like, hey, are you going up? And he's like, text me back, what do you think? like, oh.
Yeah, guys, I'm not a switch hitter, you guys. I stick to one team.
Yeah. I can bat right-handed and left-handed, so doesn't matter for me.
I'm just kidding. I'll take a short. I'll take a long every once in a while, like one out every 100 trades.
Strange. Yeah, I did re-enter the short at 3460083. But I mean, it's still kind of iffy. And now Chapter's crypto in a bit longer. Hang on, did I miss your other message?
Morning, okay. Island Dan, how you doing?
Truckload of stops. Oh yeah, there is a truckload of stops. You're right. Yeah, so like right down here, and it's the same thing on Bitcoin, which is why I want to get below these levels, because that's gonna. Oh, nice. I think the Bitcoin is moving. Let's go. Come on, you can do it. Break these lows. But yeah, this is the setup I'm looking for on Bitcoin as well. So if we go back to Bitcoin, it's kind of the same idea. If we get below these levels, we have these single prints here, and then we have a little bit of a consolidation zone here. We have this consolidation zone here, but if we can get underneath of this low, that's where I posted a short and a long when we were in this range, right? We ended up taking the long off the a little bit before the open. That's why we started the stream early yesterday. But below this, that's great, and that's kind of what I want to catch. I want to catch this little move. Price is like right here right now, so we've got stops here, we've got stops here, we've got stops here, and so if we can pick up that steam, we can fill these singles down to this 33.4 ish level, and that would be a nice little trade. And I think that she wants to do it. Let me dial Elon real quick, guys. I'll be right back.
Price is gonna drop. It's gonna spill.
See what we got in the chat over here. Left hand, right handed. You're amphibious. That's funny, Brian. Or Byron. Let's see, Alex, you're trading ADA. Would that be a fade? Stranger, you talking about which chart are you talking about for the fade? Let's see what we got here. Anyone else in the chat? Any questions? Let's see. Can you guys talk a little about developing a strategy? What kind of things are most important to include in your strategy? So if you're talking about like a trading strategy, right? There's multiple strategies, right? So there's a fade trade, right? So like you see the market kind of just fade off, basically, like you have a big pump up or a rally up or down, doesn't matter which way, and you want to just take the opposite side of that trade, right? Because you know that someone out there is going to take the profits, right? So that's a fade trade. You can trade pullbacks, right? So you wait for something to break out, wait for the momentum to run out, and you see if it retests and pulls back to the level, and then you take the trade long or short from there. If you there's a bunch of different strategies. There's, if you could just trade breakouts if you want to, right? So if you're looking at to see if price going to break the top of the previous bar or low of the previous bar, you trade a breakout. You could, if you know TPO, you can trade single prints. There's a lot of different trading strategies that you guys can take away, and you want to take the most high percentage trading strategy that you can. In this market right now, it's summertime, for the ES, so it's kind of difficult to trade this because the range is so small. So I think the range today is only, let me see here. We have a high of 90 and a low overnight of 69, but in this day session so far, we've only put in 88 to 77, so 11-point range, which is not much at all. Normally, prior to this, we'd have maybe a 20-point range, a 30-point range, maybe. But prior to COVID, the S&P I think maybe had just a 10-point range normally. So who knows if it'll go back to normal after all this stuff is settled. But there's a lot of different strategies, right? And you have to fit the strategy that kind of works for you. Some people like to trade in the first 30 minutes, the first hour, like we do when there's a lot of volume. For other people, that's too hectic. There's too much going on. They want to trade the lunchtime hours, right? And then some people like to trade the close, right? They understand how the market works and they want to trade the close. So there's a lot of different strategies, and we don't just stick to one strategy. We implement a lot of different strategies into our trading. So it's just something you're going to pick up over time. But when you first start trading, you probably just want to stick to one strategy and then add on to a second strategy. Because if you start getting too much at once, it's going to overwhelm yourself, right? It's like some people have like 20 indicators on the chart. It's like, which one do you listen to, right? They're all telling you something different. And when you try to find confluence in something where it's all of them working at the same time, well, the move is definitely over by then, right? Indicators are already lagging as it is, and once you find all of them that line up together, like some stars or suns or whatever, you're done. So there's a lot of different strategies, but when you guys come into the class, we'll show you like where we're looking to get entries in, where we're looking to get take profits at, based off the TPO structure. And then for those of you guys that are in the raffle class, we're going to have other classes later on in the future, and depends on how much of a demand we have for TPO. If the TPO demand dies down in August or September, which I don't think it will. I think after we have the first wave or two of class, I think it'll pick up a lot because you guys will kind of see like other people going, oh yeah, I called this out, I called that out, I called out before Brad, that's no big deal if you guys called out before Brad, right? He's not looking at that market 24/7. So, you guys are gonna trade like hopefully with TPO, and then after that, you guys can learn, imbalances in the footprint chart, and learn how to use range bars and all these other kind of different techniques that we learned. Especially I learned prior to coming to TPO. I had someone else ask me too, like, why do I like TPO? It's just like, I like TPO because it's simple. It's a relaxed style of trading, and it works, right? This is something that's been around for a long time, longer than I've been alive, and people have been using it and been successful with it, right? And you're not gonna see stuff that people use, being sold most of the time, right? That professionals use because A, it's either too expensive, or B, just like, usually when something works, it just works, right? So if you guys like, go out looking for like, a new set of knives or sorry, that's loud. Or new pots and pans, something like that, right? Like you guys are gonna see the stuff they sell like Walmart or Costco or, Macy's or wherever you go shopping at. And that's not what the professionals use though, right? It might say professional grade, professional quality, all this other kind of stuff on the box, right? But that's advertising. You can say whatever you want to when it comes to advertising for the most part. And so what you have to realize is, what do professionals really use, right? And so a lot of professionals use TPO. They use market profile. They use footprint charts. They don't use MACDs. They don't use RSIs. They don't use, all these different things that other people, clutter up their charts with that, that I started trading with, right? Because when you guys look on YouTube and go, how to trade, you're gonna get some guy on YouTube telling you how to trade that doesn't know how to trade most of the time, right? And so, when you guys get these charts and they download all this stuff for you, they have this indicator and that indicator. Like if you guys ever get NinjaTrader, there's so many indicators on there and they're all junk, right? There's maybe like 5 on there that we use, and one's like a drawing tool tile. One is like, the order flow chart, and they call them indicators just because that's how they label them in the class of, where to, organize things at. But, there's so much noise out there, guys, and you guys have to literally filter out the noise and cut through with a knife. There's so much shit out there, so much junk, right? It's literally, everything is just garbage. And then once you guys find like the real way to trade, it's much better. And I'm not saying you can't trade with candlesticks. There's a lot of successful traders out there with candlesticks. But imagine those successful traders knew how to trade TPO, and they might know how to trade TPO, right? They might just be putting candlesticks out in the front and have TPO on the back or market profile on the back, and just not telling you guys about it, right? So there's a lot of people out there that withhold information from you guys, and it's not a it's not a good way to do things, right? Especially when you're paying for information, you should be getting the same information, like, right? So for example, if Brad and I use something, we'll be showing you guys what we use, right? Unless we don't like it, then we'll say, hey, we used this before, we don't like it, don't do it, right? Like I've told you guys plenty of times before, I won't sell you guys anything that I don't use myself personally, okay? And when we recommend exo charts, we're not endorsed by anybody, we're not endorsed by Go Charts, Exo Charts, by anything, right? Anything like that, right? Or NinjaTrader. We just tell you guys what we use and what works. So, when you guys come into the boot camp, you guys will see a lot more, okay? And then also too, when you guys come to the boot camp, you guys get access to the other Discord. That's for the boot camp only. That's where the live trade room and stuff will be at. That's where links and stuff will be posted, and that it's going to be a lot more active once boot camp starts, you guys. Because like I said, we're going to put more time and energy and effort into the people actually want to learn this stuff. Okay, so if you guys haven't signed up for boot camp yet, please do. Please come and learn. Please join us. Okay, it is not expensive at all. Like I said, I equate everything down to the cost of how many points does it take to get in the ES. So for $150 take the boot camp, that is 3 points. If you guys can't get 3 points in the ES in a day, then you shouldn't trade at all either, okay? It's very simple. You could just put out 3 random trades for the most part and get lucky and get 3 points on the ES, okay? If you know where to put the trades at and know where to put your stops at, 3 points is pretty simple to get. And once you guys come into the live trade room, we'll be showing you guys the ES as well as Bitcoin too, okay? And I think Brad is back.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, so, just to kind of caveat on what James is saying. So last night my wife and I were watching MasterChef, and Elon didn't answer. He must be busy creating a coin to send to space or something. But last night me and my wife were watching MasterChef, and an advertisement within the show. I don't know if you guys know MasterChef, right? It's Gordon Ramsay has this thing of basically home chefs that are good, and they train them up. He gives them a contract, and then they get their own cookbook and all this shit. Anyways, there's a little ad in between, and it's use the MasterChef pots and pans and buy these pots and pans, and they're the MasterChef. Their name brand is MasterChef, right? But that's not what professionals are using. They're not using MasterChef shit. They're using the good stuff. I should have watched Altered Carbon, bro. I gotta watch that by myself. I don't think my wife will be into it. But that's a key thing, is that these are tools that specifically professionals are using that aren't really out there, right? It's kind of hard to find the TPO, right? Strange, I'm still holding it. Yeah, I might do it. I mean, I'm still managing my risk, but I just have I wouldn't recommend holding it. I didn't even recommend this trade. I said it was high risk. The real trade is down here. All right, once we get below this 34.2 level, that's where we can start to open up. But it's kind of like James is saying, is all of these tools, they're created by people to just make money. Will you be yelling at us in the bootcamp? Yeah, you're gonna have to have your cameras on, because I'm gonna need to see push-ups. I say there's no stupid questions, but James doesn't believe in that. So if you ask a stupid question, that's gonna cost you a couple push-ups, right? You're about to get stopped out at break even, chappies. Yeah. Are you talking about the XRP or the Bitcoin?
Oh, Alex is gonna get stopped out at break even. Alex, don't do break even. At least get a tick or two in there, right?
Oh, okay.
Get cover your fees, man. So don't take it for break even. At least get a point or tick or whatever you're trading. Get in there, that way you get those fees covered at least. Okay, it's a free trade essentially. Then that's a real scratch. If you guys are trading on the ES, like we do, it's not that big of a deal, right? Because trade entry is $2, right? But if you guys are trading over there on Bybit or whatever, the fees are insane.
front landing rest position. Ooh. Brad, you don't really like responsive. Brad, you don't really like responsive, or you called them fade traders. So I do like fades. It's just that I don't recommend fades for inexperienced traders, right? And so
Yeah, a lot of you guys out there trying to get a lot of points at once, right? And that's not what a fade is. A fade is just kind of like a short in and out position. Like you just get in, you get out, and you're done. You know, a lot of you guys are looking for continuation and looking for like, you know, 1,000,000 points at one time in a trade. And you have to realize a fade trade is just in and out. It's done. Sorry, Red.
No, you're good. You're good. I was looking at the oil chart.
Yo, guys, if you have not checked out the Instagram page and you are new here, check out that Instagram page. 3 a.m. is very consistent with that Instagram page, and he does put a lot of good stuff on there. I would highly recommend looking at it. There's also going to be tags issued for people on Instagram. So before that number hits 1,000, pretty much anybody who hasn't followed is going to get that tag that the people that have the red name have. The first 1K for Discord. So again, we reward loyalty. We reward you guys for being here and for sticking with us. So just check it out. You know, it's honestly the best return on investment you could ever get, just to check an Instagram and, you know, follow. I mean,
I do reply to everybody, guys.
Yeah, and like 3 a.m. said, he does reply back to everyone. And the Instagram page just kind of has the vibe that we pretty much try to put out. You know, it's nothing wild. We just pretty much keep it transparent with you guys. And if you guys, you know, want to get to know more about what we're doing, check out the website as well. It's in the description. Go ahead and click on that. It'll be, actually, the one in the description will take you straight to the TPO Bootcamp scheduling. So like it'll have the dates for whatever week in the month you want to do your course in. So if you haven't planned anything out, or if you're considering taking the course but have not yet actually bought it because you're looking to schedule a time for it, then check it out. All the dates are on there.
Yeah, there. If you go in the Discord too, there is a Go Charts template that is very similar to this. Yeah, Chappies, Jingles, and there's one other person, I can't remember the name, but they have all made templates, and you know, they look similar to this. There's some other add-ons as well that I like. I am still messing with Go Charts. I do like the look of it. Yeah, crypto, I'm shorting the shit out of oil like all day today, so I have been doing fairly well. And it's just been like going up and then coming right back down. So that was almost like a 4-point trade on oil. Or a I guess like a 40 cents trade on oil. So pretty decent. Somebody mentioned ADA. I don't know, you know, if a lot of people trade ADA, but ADA looks like, you know, I drew some levels on here, and ADA looks like it has some, you know, some room to also go down. It kind of falls off a cliff right here after this this level, this 130 level. You know, and it has singles all the way down. You just got to be careful at this level here. 129. Yeah,
guys, big shout out too, by the way, to Chappies and to Jingles for, you know, putting that extra work and, you know, putting those templates out there, you guys. Okay, you know, and especially Chappies making the videos, you know, that's great, you guys. Like, you know, this is, you know, he's helping out the community so much. And if you guys need to find some info about like how to, you know, use Go charting or how to use exo charts and, you know, how to navigate the thing, check out Chappies videos, you guys.
Yo, Chappies, did you record those while you were at school? Be honest.
You know, they probably have VPN or they probably have a blocker on there, you know.
He's got his own office. You know, he just goes in the office, locks the door. He's like, all right, time to make a video.
Well, when his password actually is admin, it really means he's the admin.
Alex, that's what you've been shorting? That ADA? That's good. Yeah, shout out to Boots. Yeah, that's who it was. I couldn't remember the name. Sorry about that.
The boots or beat toots?
I don't
With
know.
extra T in there.
Be toots.
Beat
He said
toots.
priorities.
Hey, just to let you guys know too, quick update on Vegas, you guys. So Vegas dates are gonna be the 6th, is it the 6th to the 10th? We'll be there the 6th to the 10th, but that weekend is the 8th to the 10th, I believe, in October. We'll be staying at the Golden Nugget or nearby the Golden Nugget, which is in Fremont, Old Vegas, aka Real Vegas, you guys. So if it's your first time, come to Vegas, like, it's different than, the Bellagio and Paris and like, Mirage and all these like, big hotels that you see on like TVs and movies and stuff, right? Like, Fremont Street is Old Vegas, it's Real Vegas, right? So, if you guys are there, just come meet up with us. We can either grab a dinner, we can either go paintballing or something. We can go hit one of those rides over like Circus. I mean, we can go to the bar, whatever it is. We can plan something out, right? So if you guys are interested, and I know we had interest already from people, go ahead and send me a DM. Like I said, you can book your tickets for sure, okay? Because we will be there. We always keep our word. We will be there. So October 8th to the 10th for sure. I think we'll be there 6th, but like I said, it's Brad's wife's birthday. It's also his brother's wife's birthday, so we'll be celebrating that while we're there as well.
It's
So we have some
also
stuff already
Ramon's birthday.
pre-planned. Get out of
Yeah,
here.
it
It's
is.
on the 15th,
Triple threat.
Yeah, the 15th. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have a lot of birthdays to celebrate, guys, and by that time, hopefully, have a lot of success stories as well from you guys. Okay, so July is boot camp, so that gives us August, September, October. So if you get that month of screen time, start trading, you guys should have some pretty good stories, and by October, you guys. So we're gonna be over there. You guys are more than welcome to join us and come
It's
out
dirty
and
Vegas.
have a good time with us. It's the real Vegas, yeah.
It's like the lawless version of Vegas where you don't have to get dressed up and you can just be as drunk as you want and everyone else is as drunk as they are and it's always great. Right? Yeah, but
So
it is B-Toots. My bad,
B-Toots.
bro. My bad.
I always thought it was just boots too, but I figured there's no boot in the picture, and I see a dog. I was like, it's probably not boots, but
like I told you guys,
easier.
I'm not good with letters. I'm not good at
Only
spelling.
TPO
I'm
letters.
I'm good with math and single
Yeah,
letters.
vertical
when they're in a
letters.
row. But
He
when
knows
it
his
comes
alphabet, you guys. Don't worry.
When it comes to spelling, that's why I got
Yeah, so-
correct.
Looks like Erin, her husband's birthday is on the 25th. So yeah,
Nice.
come out to Vegas, you guys. If you guys are coming out to Vegas, just like I said, send me a DM that you're booked. So if you have a receipt for your hotel or a receipt for your flight, just let me know. Just send a picture. You don't have to put your name and all that stuff on there, but just send me the picture that you have it. That way I can just write you down and say like, okay, like I got it. We can keep a proper head count. Okay, so I have like an interest list. Then I have like an actual people that are booked list too, right? So I can determine what we can do as a group, all right? And if the thing is just we meet up at a bar or restaurant or whatever, that's completely fine with me too. But if you guys want to go out and do something to those people actually coming, I'll send you guys some kind of poll or something. We can take a vote, or you guys can just have an email chain with me back and forth, whatever you guys are comfortable with, okay? But yeah, come to Vegas, meet us October 6th to the 10th for sure, but we'll be there, or October 6th, 8th to the 10th for sure. We'll be the 6th though, but like I said, we have some stuff already pre-planned for the birthdays and whatnot. So I'm the only single one, so I'll meet you guys, outside of the other scheduled events if you guys come through, okay? But we'd love to see you guys and be happy to meet you guys.
Aaron, your husband's name is Curtis. That's my son's name. That's a good name.
Nice.
Bitbeard said he's not allowed in the States because he's a criminal. I'm a
That sounds
criminal.
like crypto chemist, He's like can't leave the rock.
He wants to see us Yanks get wrecked. Well, remember, bro, I'm mixed. I'm English, Irish, and Mexican. So that's about as drinky as it gets, right there.
Yeah, man, I value my freedom, Doinked.
Say, oh, he's single. Yeah. And he says he doesn't switch it, but Doinked, if you get him drunk enough, you never know.
I still bat the same way. I'm always a batter.
The ADA is getting very close to that downside. Let's take a peek at that.
Jake, you're only 19. That's what's up, man. You got a long time to learn, man. Don't rush it.
Damn, I miss being 19. That was forever ago.
And even if you guys are 50, 60, 70 years old in the chat, don't rush it. You guys still have plenty of time. Like I said, you haven't traded for however many years of your life. If you guys just take a good, solid few months to learn, even if it's a year, to prevent having those losses and draining those accounts, there's payoff in the long run, right? So, the market will be around forever. It's not going to go away tomorrow. You're not going to lose out on this big run or anything like that, right? If you learn how to trade, you can trade any market. It doesn't matter if the market's moving up, down, sideways. The market's the market. If you guys understand it, you guys can trade it. Bitbeard, he didn't want to work with us at all. So he, trash talked Brad and trash talked the TPO and everything else like that, right? And he didn't want to work with Brad and myself, and also too, I don't think he really want to do the community any benefit as well, right? So he kind of just saw you guys as dollar signs and things like that, and so he left the group, and then after that, he went over to another group's chat and started promoting TPO like he was the TPO know-it-all, and it was only like 2 or 3 weeks later after Brad came into the Citadel Discord, he was in SuperKey's Discord saying like, oh yeah, check out this TPO, it's a great way to make money, all that other kind of stuff. And so yeah, and I don't know what Discord he's in now, but he's just a scam artist, you guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's a lot of people in Vegas too. You guys got to watch out for people like that. It's like they're all over. No offense, you guys are from Vegas, but like a lot of people. And the reason I say Vegas because I'm from Arizona originally. So if you guys like in these areas where there's brand new houses built and people come flooding into your state, your city, a lot of BS comes with it too. Especially in a place like that where it's booming, there's jobs, people are trying to make money, right? People are trying to be something they're not all the time. Especially if you guys live in Scottsdale, Arizona. A lot of people out there, we call them 30K millionaires, out there driving like whatever base model, lowest model BMW or Mercedes it is that you can lease, and out there wearing all this designer clothes, and their credit cards are maxed. They live in a apartment with their nice car and have nothing to show for it, right? They're just trying to show off, and that's like that's life in Vegas and Scottsdale and these big cities, LA, New York, stuff like that, right? So just gotta watch out for who you meet when you guys are in areas like that.
Money goes into my piggy bank.
Yeah, thanks, Bitbeard. Appreciate it, man. We love coming here. So, also too, if you guys are on the stream right now and you guys haven't been in the Discord, we kicked everyone out that was not verified. Okay, and the reason we did that is because if you're not verified, the only thing you'll see on your Discord screen is a channel that says verify. And if you haven't verified yourself, that means A, you don't use it, or B, you're a bot. Right? So everyone that was not verified has been kicked out. If you guys have been kicked out, come back in. You're not banned. Okay. So come back in, but you have to verify yourself to be active in the group or just to even see what's going on.
My bad. I was giving Curtis his insulin.
Hey, good man.
So we broke that low, took a little bit of profit off the table right there, and let's see if we can hold this impulse area. And you hit your 2 take profits in the short. Good stuff, Eva. Going to a stop run. Yeah, it was just a matter of time. Elon finally answered my call, and here we go. It's finally, let's listen to my voicemail or something.
Clank, clickety, clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
That wasn't Bitcoin. That was ES. Good responsive buying right there. If you guys saw that little pop up, so this is a time where you don't want to get caught with with your pants down and let it come all the way back and reverse against you, right? We had a nice little stop run. This right here is our balance zone, guys. So we broke, let's see where this low's at. We broke down to here. We're within, a few ticks of here, but we have our support, our kind of like our little balance zone down here to see if we're going to hold this as support. Below that is where we get, nice and slippy, right? These are where all the banana peels are at. If price gets down here, hits a rotation, breaks, and then it can really get going. And this is kind of what we are looking for. And let me show you guys the reason. One of the main reasons that I liked this short today. And so if you remember, I posted a screenshot of this yesterday, and this level was on there, this 34584 level. And if you guys just type in, Bitcoin Brad into the Discord, you can scroll back. It was last night, right? And look at this level here. And these are the levels, that happen, and they're not like, at the bottom of bars and stuff. They're just the levels that I have. And this is why I liked it, because we came down to it, right? We came down to it. held it, popped back up, came up to this upper level, came back down to it, held it. And so I was just thinking, if we short right here, you know, when it does eventually break, we're going to get a nice break, right? And you know, finally we did. It just, you know, just a matter of time. The reason I, you know, held on to that short, even though, you know, went into a little bit of the negative right there, is just, it just, you know, didn't look like it had that upside. And then I just had to, you know, wait for Elon to listen to my voicemail and maybe check his text in between, you know, trying to Neuralink himself into the internet. So,
Hey, real quick, Ape Asylum Man. Hey, if you're listening right now, I think I might have kicked you yesterday from the Discord, okay? Because you weren't verified, and we had a bot attack yesterday. We had like 60, 70 people all join at once. I mean, 60, 70 bots all join at once. So if I kicked you in, come into the Discord. It wasn't anything against you. It was just because you weren't verified, all right? So come in. If you don't have to get yourself verified, DM C130, okay? He's the Discord master. He'll help you out. And sorry, you guys, yesterday for screwing up the live trade channel. That was my fault. I was trying to go through and just make some changes since we had that little bot attack, okay?
hit your 10%, take profit. Now you're chilling like. Oh, dude, I didn't even get to play it. Hang on, we gotta play my favorite thing. And shout out to No Credits. He added this as a
no credits. Hey, come in there, man. There's some live trades that happen, man. You get some good stuff. And just to let you guys know, I think we went from like 1,500 something members to 1,200 members yesterday because a lot of people weren't verified. And you know what, guys? I don't care how many members we have in the group, to be honest. I'd rather have people that are only verified because that means they're active in the Discord and they're actually there to, you know, to learn and to, you know, do whatever, right? So I don't care about. I'm not a numbers person, right? I'm about quality, right? I'm all about quality over quantity, you know. So, like, you know, like I said before, I would rather spend more money to buy something than to have something cheap, right? And so I'll take, you know, quality all day long over quantity. So I'd rather keep it 1,200 members that are active and they're in the community than to have 15,000. Doesn't matter what the number is, right? Because if you guys aren't there, then what's the point of me being there?
Chappies, are you short Bitcoin, ADA, and XRP? I know Crypto Chemist is over there like, XRP's going down, Brad. Fuck you.
I know, right? He is over it.
That's right. You gotta love those shorts, Jumbo.
Let's see. ETH is ugly today, huh, guys? Ugh. It's gross.
That's just the single print fills in ES.
No, I didn't. Okay. That's why you heard 50 Cent play. That was a single print attack.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
The
stream muted, yeah.
Oh.
Can't hear you, double voice.
Oh, that's
Echo.
Right. That's right. You don't want to hear me twice?
Well, who's in the song? Is it Trapped? Echo, something like that.
ETH, ADA, and BTC. Nice, Chappies. Good shit. Fuck you, Brad.
42, 36, 42 myself. What is 42, 36, 42? Is that your measurements?
Yeah, James is like his chest is probably like, you know, a 60 or something.
Yeah, it's like close to 50, I think.
Because, yeah, it's got to be at least, yeah, because mine is 40. So mine's a
40, you guys, or something. The tailor at the suit shop hates me, guys. So don't invite me to your weddings, please, unless you're gonna be on the beach.
Yeah, unless you're gonna wear like a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, I'll just take shorts and a t-shirt, please.
Or he'll have to wear a suit with no sleeves.
Cut my hair into a mullet too when I do that.
That ETH was a bitch to trade. Yeah, it was ugly. I didn't like it. I mean, I liked ETH the past couple of days, but it's not looking good. And I wonder if XRP is gonna break this low. And what's the other one we're looking at? ADA, right?
Yeah, ADA. ADA
is like, it's down here. It's where's that last level? It's right here. Oh, there's my levels. Oh, I'm gonna delete this one. Yeah, sometimes like if you drew lines on your chart and then you go back to the chart and there's no lines on it, just double click in the margin and they'll pop back up. Yeah, this is that 130 level. That's that fall spot, the cliff diving spot. Yeah, when we go to when we go to
Vegas.
no, when we go to Australia eventually, I want to we're gonna need a guide because I want to explore like the center of the island. I want to see like the weird shit that Australia has, guys. Like I want to see,
That's the Outback.
yeah, I want to see the outback. You know, I want to see where Steve Irwin and his kids were hanging out. Did his
He
have
wants
you
to see
seen
what
his
he wants.
kids?
He wants to see where the real steakhouse is at, you guys.
Yeah, yeah, the Outback Steakhouse.
This man, oh my god.
The
Um,
80 is down there like XRP.
You guys probably think that place is such a trash restaurant. I mean, it probably is, but it's a bad name against Australia.
they have them Australian commercials.
Is that Bloomin' Onions down there?
I want my baby back. You guys have Chili's, bro? Chili's, where it's at?
No, they just have Foster's down there.
Foster's, Australian for beer. It's a pretty big island. Yeah, that's a but like I always watch. I love like Planet Earth. I love like all that kind of shit, right? And so like you sometimes you see like these shows about Australia.
Get out of here.
And like the middle of the island, it's got like it's like undiscovered parts of it, so it would be his Cryptochemist would be a good guide. See, but the thing is, you can go on a journey with Cryptochemist, and you wouldn't even need to leave his house. It would be a spiritual
Center of
journey.
the Earth.
Yeah, yeah, journey to the center of the earth. Leave them out in Kimberly. No, I don't want to get left, guys. I want a guide. Yeah, I don't want to become like the TV show fucking Lost and find that like weird ass animal and get killed.
Yeah, that shit was insane.
You guys could just kidnap them and make them trade for you.
Hey, that's a plus. Shoot, I might join in on that.
Where's Brad at?
We're gonna go to Vegas and just hit up Brad with some.
I'm just in my dungeon trading all the time.
Yeah.
Bars of soaps inside socks.
Drink your water.
Hey, did anybody bring him food? Low key though, while being malnourished, still killing it. Like how? I'm over here eating healthy, You know what I mean? Like somebody explain.
French fries are not healthy.
French fries and apple pies for breakfast every day for 300 days. That's the diet.
So funny when like people that are vegetarian or vegan, like, yeah, it's so healthy. It's like, what do you eat? Like, I eat potato chips a day.
It's really not. Being vegan is really not as healthy as people portray, unless I like eat like vegetables and shit.
Exactly.
I just do it for like spiritual purposes and shit, or like to reduce my meat intake. You know how I am with my meat.
Yeah, I know you like your meat.
Nah, this man,
raw.
Nah.
He takes the casing off the wrap. He takes the casing off the sausage, you guys.
Hey, look,
Is Wednesday the best time?
More than.
Hang on, guys. Is Wednesday best time to take profit for small trading? No, we hit trades all the time. Eat bird in. Are you or I don't know how to say it. Are you new?
Are you a swing trader
in the channel? Or yeah, if you're a swing trader. By bag I mean suitcase of drugs. Yeah. Steak.
That's right.
Dude, I used to fucking love steak, bro. I used to like my meat like kind of raw.
Oh yeah, I like it. When I stab my thing with the fork, I like to hear the cow moo.
Ooh, that's fresh.
Yeah, it's pretty fresh, bro. I mean, just like kind of just leave it out, get room temperature. That's the perfect thing for me.
Nice.
Yeah, so you guys know.
Classic.
What happened?
No, he's a bender.
Bender. Oh hell no. Hey, I thought you were talking about Bender from Futurama.
Yeah, if we're talking about baseball, it'd be a catcher, you guys. So
yes.
You're burden or I think it sounds like you're talking about swing trading because you're saying take profit on Wednesdays. So we don't really swing trade too much. The only thing we swing trade is maybe some options, and that's if we have a good day with them and we kind of move our stops and take profit and let them swing to the rest of the day, just because we know our loss up front. But we don't really swing trade in this group. We just day trade. So if you're trying to swing a trade from like Monday to Wednesday or Tuesday to Wednesday, like the day really doesn't matter, right? So I know there's people out there. I know people out there break down and say Mondays are the worst days and Fridays the worst days and Tuesdays this day, and It all depends. I mean, there are some days you're gonna have more volume, right? Like, Mondays you're gonna have usually more volume in the regular times, right? Because people go back to work on Monday. It's like the gym's more busy on Monday. The grocery store is more busy on Monday because just like people, do all their errands or do whatever it is back on those days usually, get back into their groove. And Friday's usually, a little slower because people take the time off. But, don't worry about the day because once you get caught up in this day, you have to trade this day and trade that day. Like, there's maybe days you want to avoid a little bit more than others if you have the opportunity to do so, or just be weary of. But we don't look at Wednesdays for to take profit or anything like that. We're just trading intraday. So we trade, in the day, we're in, we're out. We don't try not to sit on trades for very long. I think the longest trade I like to have is maybe 30 minutes because that's the length of the TPO profile. If it's in my favor, in my direction, the thing just keeps running, I'll manage the trade. But the initial trade, I want to be in and out. I want to be done.
Yeah, you don't want to get stuck in that loop of perpetual pain.
No.
Especially psychologically. It's like how you were saying through that shit does sound miserable though. It's like, oh, why do I do this to myself? Like, why,
Yeah, it's like
Strange,
when
we
you
got nothing against vegans. The Diaz brothers are vegan, and they're like two of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. So you're
it's like it's like when you could have sold Bitcoin at 65,000. It's just like it's painful.
So you're confused about the price action. So I mean, so basically, I got in a little bit early. Like I said, I got in this 34.6 level and held it. Held it through this up. Let me zoom it out a little bit. I held it through this up period of. Oh, dude, I don't understand why it does that. I held it through this up period of C, just because it just looked weak to me, right? And then now, we broke our impulse zone. That's where we were looking to break to take a little bit of profit off the top. I'm thinking I might take some more profit here. We kind of traded up. We're still holding below this impulse zone, which is kind of what I'm looking for. And we are. I'd really like to see us break this level right here because this level is going to open up some spill to the downside. But this might be a spot where we might have to try to take a little bit more off. Maybe at this low right here. Grab it. Just to be safe, right? Just to be safe.
Clank, clickety, clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
I'm sorry if that's loud, guys. I can start turning it off for the stream. If you hate hearing it, just type a 1 in the chat and I'll just turn it off.
T-Love, thank you so much for the 25, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much. He says to the Citadel, thanks, guys. Yeah, no problem, dude. We are out here doing it for you guys.
Glad you're here watching.
That's it, man. That's it. We're doing it, brother, and we're doing it together. We're all enjoying life.
See, this is why we make fun of you, man. Little things like that.
Hey, man.
Was that Herbert the pervert?
Nah. hey, that was the run away while you still can special, Together. Nah, I appreciate the 25, brother. We are a unique community out here trying to get it, I've just been getting roasted for the past day, so it's all good. I got a good mental tolerance for roast sessions, guys.
1 to 2.
I had this one guy in the oh no, you're chilling, bro. I had this one guy in my unit, like he would just always roast me, so like I could never let my guard down. I just couldn't. I just hated it when he would roast me. I would just be like, man, I got nothing to say, but I just started roasting him back, and there's probably like the whole, like when 3 a.m. was like, hey man, I bet you when you cut that grass, I bet you your mouth starts watering. Like I've already heard all that stuff.
No, that wasn't me. That was Brad.
Or Brad, yeah. No, it's just like all the cooks, man. Like trust me, dude. Like I've heard so many roasts. I'm just like, oh, dude, this one. It's funny because some people that don't know each other sometimes have the same roasts, and I'm just like, man, like how, Crazy.
Chappies, both your tick profits. Yeah, Andy's the impulse zone is the wicks of ENF, right? This is where I'm looking to see price hold below, and the reason I took a little bit more profit down there is because it just is starting to get slow. So I want to take profit down here because I don't want to let it come all the way back up to my entry. Well, it's actually up above. It's 34.6, but I don't want to let it come all the way back to my entry and give up, all of these gains, right? This is like our little cheeseburger right here. And I gotta take some bites out of this thing, before I, give it up into the rubbish bin, as you guys call it, right? We call it trash can, but that's one thing that's key, especially that I see a lot of new traders do, is I'll post a trade plan, right? And I'll be like, short this, profit, and it will come down, it'll take the first profit, right? And then it'll go like right here, and it'll come back to the first profit, it'll come back down again, and then it will come back up, right? And this is that snaggletooth that you got. Sometimes if it doesn't get all the way to that point, you just gotta rip that fucker out.
Self-portrait.
You know what I mean? You just gotta rip that fucker out. No, my front teeth are not snaggle teeth, bro. They're just not real. They're fake. My front teeth are not real. I got them knocked out in a hockey game. Deked through this guy's legs, was on my backhand. He got all butthurt and
a tube stick.
high sticked me in the face. Went right under my visor. Broke my 3 front teeth out.
Sheesh.
And so now they're like this dente shit. But I've had them for years. That happened in like 2007, 2008, something like that. So they've been lasting, right? Eventually I'm just gonna get a grill like a gangster and just have gold teeth everywhere, right?
Somebody please help this man. Bro, fuck it.
Your BTC hit very tough, Brits, and now your stops in profit as well. Exactly. That's exactly what I like to see. Get it? You're watching the speed, Brad. Love them drawings.
No, that burger was funny, man.
Yeah, anyone that plays hockey typically, I mean, for the most part, except for like Sidney Crosby, he's like the only person that doesn't have fake teeth. Butthurt is like, you get like bent out of shape because someone's making fun of you. You get a little bit butthurt. Might mean something different for C130. I don't know, but that's what.
Hey, bro.
That's how 3 a.m. is using it.
Say what? I wasn't listening to that last part. To go back and listen to this now.
You guys are your slang, and that's a funny thing.
I have to timestamp this real quick.
Kiwi, are you in Australia?
Australia.
Coop, man.
Get those diamonds on the grill. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go down to Houston and hit up Paul Wall.
Hey,
bro, hook it up.
Hussein, welcome, man. I think you're All-Stars friend. Hussein also signed up for the TPO Bootcamp, man. We're gonna be happy to have you in there. So this is Exo charts that we're looking at on the screen right now. And welcome, man. Welcome. Glad you're here.
Yeah. So someone's asking, Strange, would I add if it drops, right? The answer is yes. So if it comes down into this area, right? So this is kind of like this support area before we start filling these singles. So if it comes down here and we get a little rotation, that's where I'll look to add a little bit more. But I want to see it. I want to see it. I mean, you could look to jump in on this breakout, right? Let's see. Let me erase this so we can zoom in a little bit. So you could look to jump in like, on the low of this bar, but you'd have to understand that, you're going to take this thing like 150 points. And if it doesn't keep going, or you just have to sit through a couple of rotations, that if it doesn't break these lows, then you got to just get out. Right. But I'd like to see, a rotation, maybe a couple of rotations, as well. And then another thing that I like about this, guys, is because we put in like this nice structure here, when we get back up, to this C period, we can pop this C and then we have L right there. We can hit a nice little stop run. And then, these buyers are, they're trying to, get some air. Right, seeing if this little life preserver is going to take them above the water, above the scorecard, which is our VWAP for the first time in a all night pretty much. So I could also I also am kind of waiting for that as well. nice little push up here. But it looks like, looks like the downside is still the right side. I need to start getting on that three-peat, right? What we need to do, chappies, is we need to get together and create a fucking bot that trades Bitcoin, XRP, ETH, and an ADA all at the same times. That way you can just manage it on one chart. That would be cool. A lot of risk involved with that, because if you're wrong, you're going to be wrong 4 times in a row. So
Yeah, that's
Beard, your two front teeth are fake too. You must play hockey, I'm sure. Kiwi, you're from another one. Where are you from, bro? First time BTC meme. Clockwatcher morning. I thought you're from the United States. You just
late.
woke up.
She said 6:30. Oh, I'm late. Gotta call my first one.
Good morning. Good morning. She might have worked. Her job, like, they're always on call.
Yeah.
So who knows? Might have had surgery last night.
It do be like that. Isn't that right,
Mistaken
James? Don't
identity.
you do that? Huh, James?
What's up?
Don't you do that? What clock watcher does? Same thing.
Work on call?
That
No,
bot is called me at the moment.
she is much smarter than me.
She's a nurse, right?
No, she's a nurse anesthetist.
She's basically
Much
a doctor.
smarter.
Just
Oh, nice.
didn't pay
With
for
better.
better pay, better hours,
Yeah.
and not as much debt.
Exactly.
Oh, you're going to Austin? Austin is fun. I like Austin.
Oh, nice.
Vacation.
Nice. Yeah, have fun. Have fun down there. It's a good time.
Freaking love Texas. I want to go back to visit. Real estate there is super affordable.
Not Austin.
What's QLD?
No, not in Austin.
God's country. You guys know what that is? QLD?
From Queensland?
I have no idea.
Oh, Queensland. Oh, okay. Do you guys use leverage if you're only doing a couple of trades a day? Yeah, I recently opened a Bybit account a couple weeks ago. Yeah, and I've been doing some leverage trades. I do a lot of spot trading. I like spot trading because it's just makes more sense to me. But I have been doing some leverage trading. But yeah, I mean, with Bybit, those fees, they're ass, like a asshole.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, if you guys do use Bybit, include those fees into your trade
plan.
Yeah, exactly. You break even, you're negative still by a lot. Just because of those fees.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now we have some singles. So E period just opened up. So this is how you're going to know if there's buyers in the market, right? So now we have some single prints that formed above in this session, right? This is the US. Oops, hang on. The US cash session. So our single prints are here. This is where I would really consider them, because this is the last bar before the session. So I'd really consider them here. You want to see if buyers are going to fill these single prints up. If they don't, right, then that's going to tell you that there's not enough buyers in the market to fill these singles, and you can kind of hold your down position. If they get filled up, well, it's time to pull your chute. You're getting close to the ground. That's for Luis Rivera, my airborne brother. Right, but they don't really get to choose when they pull their chute. As soon as they jump out of the plane, that thing just gets pulled.
Static line.
Universal static line modified. I
Is that
tried
what
to
it's
go to
called?
Jump Master School. Yeah, it's some stupid long name for every freaking piece, dude.
Universal
Yeah.
static line modified. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, trust me. Like the jump, like for the Jump Master School, dude, you have to learn like all these like nomenclatures and stuff, and it's like it's just army nomenclature, bro. Like like even on hand receipts, it's dumb. It'll be like radio, comma, talking. It's like, huh? You know what I mean? Like every item is always some weird
Yeah.
stuff.
That's
You
the
marked
military for you.
ENF, so that means you're saying responsive buyers at this level. So over here, Andy's, the reason I marked it is because that was my impulse zone on the way down. So that's where I want to see price stay below. So we have these, these single prints up to here. I'd like to see price stay below. I expect to see some sellers come in at the bottom of this structure, and there they are, right? And we want to see if that was just like a little bit of a book run, or if they're actually gonna push us down a bit lower. Singles are candle bodies and stops are the end of the wicks. correct, Jumbo. Yeah, so the single prints are here, and the reason is because we have our US session here, right? And so we have A, B, C, and then D period open, and then E period opens up here, right? And this is an untested area. So this was a liquidation, right? Because we ran the stops from C, A, M, F, and E. So we liquidated down, and we didn't come back up past our impulse area. And now E period tried to eat some of those singles, wasn't able to. You saw some responsive selling trying to defend this area, right? And now we're just kind of in a holding pattern. Use all
it's
that
actually
COVID OT to almost pay off your student loans. That's awesome. Hell yeah.
nice.
Go ahead.
Nice,
Well,
yeah.
Like holding patterns actually like a psychological thing for life. Like they did, like how airplanes when they gotta like land, they start going in circles. There's like a book that pretty much talks about how like psychologically human beings tend to get comfortable where they're at in life, so they get stuck in a holding pattern where like no matter how hard they try to achieve something, they never feel accomplished just because they're subconsciously comfortable where they're at and the effort's just not there. Like they're not able to break the pattern.
No, I can see that, man. That's why a lot of people stay in the same like place that they've grown up in. It's just comfort. Like they know the same people, they know the same area. Like a lot of people that are successful just kind of move around and go place to place and find the next opportunity. And no offense to anyone that lives in the same spot, but that's one big thing I've noticed is that people that are looking for success will just kind of travel all over to find it.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Like a lot of people, because like my dad was in the army, so I always moved everywhere. So I never had that like emotional attachment per se. But I know a lot of people like they just like over here in Washington, like when it's their home, like I have a few friends like they just never been anywhere else or like can't really like just leave
you don't
the
have
area.
you don't have life experience,
Yeah, no friends, nothing.
There's a lot of people that have never been to another country, but there's a lot of people that have never been outside their state as well.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Just the way it is sometimes. I mean, honestly, there's nothing wrong with adventuring. It's just like, like everyone inside their mindset is probably just so much unknown.
Well, dude, I've seen, I think it was like an MTV show, like back in the day, like remember the True Life? I don't know, you might be a little young for the True Life series and all that stuff. I'm dead serious, because like they just got worse and worse as time goes on. But there's this guy, he lived in New York, he couldn't cross the bridge.
What?
Yeah, he's never been outside New York City. He just could not cross the bridge.
Was he like scared or something? Like what was?
Yeah, exactly. It was,
Yeah,
it was insane. Yeah. So I don't know what happened to that guy, or if it's just all for TV. But just like there's people out there that have these phobias, and just not even a phobia, just there's people out there that have just a different mindset. That's just what they grew up with, and that's what they're comfortable with, and it takes a lot to step out of your comfort zone.
That's everyone before they join the Citadel, man.
That Casino.
They're staring across the bridge. They're like, what's on the other side? And then they see Bitcoin Brad. I gotta go over there.
There we go. You guys can't hear my headphones play, but.
Oh, did you hit something like a trade or something?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What are you trading? The yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got 3 more contracts left.
Both of them they stops down to B.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Nice. I'm in the same boat as you.
The same one as Midnight.
No. Yeah, these streams are essential. Just the little tips you're saying, Marcus. Yes. Thank you. And that's my goal, is to just give
Dan,
you guys the information to be able to carry on.
Dan, where'd you move to when you went to the Philippines? Or where were you originally from when you moved to the Philippines?
It's kind of funny, like our entire like YouTube just like revolves around that saying where they say like, was it if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, teach a man how to fish, feed him for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like offering you guys the tools, guys. That's all it is. The ability to be, free from this holding pattern / perpetual loop of I won't even say pain, just BS. Honestly, it just sucks. You guys are working, putting money into the markets and getting false information. So we're out here to counter that.
Someone summoned me.
Midnight.
Welcome, Midnight.
You missed it, Midnight. I was just drawing.
Oh, you live in Texas, man?
I can't say baguettes around Brad. Every time I say baguettes, he goes, "Bro, how many times have I told you this? It's just bread." Like every time. I just want to know what a fucking baguette tastes like, bro. That's it.
Go to France.
You know what a
bro.
baguette is
It
like?
sounds
Midnight will let you taste
delicious.
this baguette. Go to France.
This man's stupid, man. Nah, man.
Yes.
I'm telling you, for bread to be
You
called
like water,
baguette,
that's right.
like bread in Spanish is called pan. You know, there's nothing exciting about that. Baguette, bro. That's like what is that? You know, that's like in my head. I want to try it. I mean,
Yo, England doesn't play again till Saturday. There's no fucking soccer on today. Stupid. Oh, here we go. Let's run these.
Oh
Stops.
man, trying to start a war.
Man,
Hungary
has
has
better
better bread
than France.
I honestly wouldn't doubt it, man. Middle Eastern bread is fire.
Yeah, they have when you were in Iraq or Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm. I was in
Remember,
Iraq.
Did they
foot
did they
bread?
make that wall bread?
Oh, they called it foot bread.
Foot bread?
It was
It's
like,
but it's made like in a kiln. Where they're,
shoot. I never seen them make it, but I heard they
Oh.
like low key actually step
just
on it,
shit.
dude.
Oh no, so they it's like I think it's Indian.
Yeah,
Actually.
here.
I think that's where
Is it like a
I think that's
sphere?
where it's originally from. So it's a kiln. You know what a kiln is? Like where you're.
Is
so
it like a
it
sphere
kind of
shaped
looks
thing?
like a wash machine. Like it's a
Okay.
circle.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
And they just stick the bread to the side of the wall.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That shit's good.
Yeah. I never seen them make the bread. We always just got the bread taken to us by the federal police over there, which you know, that was interesting. I don't know how I ate all that food, but you know, because I heard they step on it with their feet and stuff. That's why they call it foot bread. But hey, man, I ate it, and well, had to use the bathroom for several days after that. I've never been that sick in my life, but I still ate it even after that.
You know what's good too is Indian bread. Like the
naan.
The natives make Indian bread. That shit is fire. No, I'm
Oh, you
talking
mean like American
uh,
Indian?
like
American
Mexican Indians.
Yeah. Oh, their bread's good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Indian fry bread, dude.
Yeah, fry bread. Yeah, exactly.
So good.
Yeah.
You can either get like powdered sugar on there, or like some like, you know,
We're doing
taco
the
style. Like,
tostadas, yeah.
This man's getting hungry.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
making me hungry,
My mom.
Bro,
makes
I'm
them.
starving,
That's
man.
what my
Why
mom
not
always
eat
makes
breakfast
whenever I come
today?
home.
man.
for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Well, next time I come over there, I have to go to mom's house.
Well, when you come for Vegas, we're gonna stay at my mom's house before we fly out, so I'll just have her
Dope.
make them.
It's my request menu.
Well, she already knows.
Hell yeah.
He's like, all right, Bradley. I'll
Yeah,
make
naan's
these."
good too. Guys, you know, bread is so good, just so bad for you.
It's so good,
Yeah,
but it's so
bro.
bad. It's
I
like
know.
like Ricky Gervais.
Nothing,
Like no one
nothing
goes
better
and
than warm.
says, "I'll have one heroin, please."
nothing better than warm bread and some butter.
It's like you can have too much of a good thing. I love Ricky Gervais, dude. He's so fucking funny. He kills me, bro.
Pumpkin pie. It's not October. It's not November. I guess for you guys it is.
It's winter.
That's true. Yeah, real bread. Yeah, exactly. Not the stuff we get here in America. None of our food is real.
Yo, would y'all ever have? Would y'all eat?
No, I don't need that Wonder Bread stuff. Actually, I do. For a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I will. But
Oh, here we go.
I like the good warm stuff. You know.
You can do
Would
it.
you eat pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie? Which one would you prefer?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if I could even tell the difference. I think they're gonna just be loaded with
Yeah.
sugar either way, so it tastes the same to me.
Have
You
fun.
know. See you midnight.
I like sweet potato, but I mean,
The sweet potato.
yeah, pumpkin's just a little bit more sugary. But I mean,
Is it?
it's like who you buy it from, you know?
Exactly. Well, I mean, sweet potatoes already, have a sweeter taste than pumpkin. I mean, pumpkin's pretty bitter. If
Yeah,
you just ate it by itself.
you gotta have that
Big buy
sugar.
orders down here, kind of.
Exactly. In the ES.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say like the line. There we go. There's a couple more.
Nice. Your break's in 20 minutes. Now I'm super hungry. Yeah, I'm about to get some food too.
Yeah, I might go.
Eduardo, where are you at? You're in Florida, right? I think. So what time is that over there? That's 11:41. Okay, you get big at 12 o'clock then.
You guys make them with canned pumpkin? I'm not a baker. I'm only
Yeah, I don't think we make it with real pumpkin here. You know what I use canned pumpkin for a lot for my dogs. Anytime they get an upset stomach, I use canned pumpkin and some rice and some chicken for them. It's actually insane. I couldn't find any canned pumpkin, you guys, when last year.
Dude,
They
that's
normally
the
just,
worst.
like normally just have like a stockpile of canned pumpkin. I couldn't find anything, dude. Like they only sold it at Thanksgiving time, and then when you had it at Thanksgiving time, you could only buy like
Yeah.
two cans of pumpkin. I'm like, come on now. I was like, no one's using this stuff here. No one's baking a pie. Let's get real.
Come on now. It's like usually like the level of disappointment, you know?
Exactly, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like,
it's the
I
worst.
literally got a case of canned pumpkin. The lady's like, you can have two. I was like, 2 cases or 2 cans? You know?
Just come back with a mustache, bro. You know?
So
Like I
what's
would
up,
like
Yeah.
what's up
these
with the golden
canned
nugget,
pumpkins,
the two
please.
towers? Let's take a look.
Dude, I hate it when like you're trying to find one specific product, like anything really, and you just cannot find it anywhere, and you're just like, there's no way that this isn't anywhere right now.
Yeah, I know,
You
dude.
know? Oh, it's the
That's
worst
the
feeling.
worst.
And then you got to resort to ordering online, but you need it right then and there.
Yeah, I hate seasonal stuff too, like that pumpkin stuff. Like
Oh,
normally the grocery store just has that stuff, like just a few cans, like in the baking section or the whatever it is.
yeah.
And then this time just like run around, dude. I went to like Safeway, Walmart, Foodland, On Base. Dude, like no one had it. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Dude, what?
Yeah. Oh, it's because of COVID.
So James, so
You
this
guys
is
are having a
the,
toilet paper shortage again?
this is
What's
the
this?
this is the room that we're looking at getting. So in Rush Tower, for some reason, you can't get. Yeah, there's 3 or 4 towers. Yeah, it doesn't matter which tower you stay in because the
No matter what
the
hotel you
s-
guys stay in, just come down.
The street is where we're going to be drunk at. So this room right here, James. They said that they don't normally do it, but there's like a little door. They said, or it'll be next door. I just want a place where we can kick it on the couch, so we're not just like sitting on beds.
Yeah. Hotel party.
Yeah.
Brad's room, not mine.
What you doing? Chilling at the Holiday Inn.
They have to play all the good old songs.
Yeah, Tripton, they
Yeah,
have some
man.
pretty decent rooms.
Take me
there.
back to the
And it's
days.
not- I mean, it is a little bit more expensive just because. Oh, here we go. Come on. It's a little bit more expensive just because of
Got the extra room.
no, because of like the COVID. Everyone like they lost
Oh.
all that fucking money, so now they're raising all their prices and shit. Same thing the airlines are kind of doing. So you gotta like pick the days. If you Google like best days to buy,
No good deals right now, Island Inn. None.
yeah, there's none. Yeah. If you Google like best days to buy plane tickets and stuff, I think it's like Tuesdays and Thursdays are like the best days to buy plane tickets for some reason. You know, I'm not sure why. It says you be drunk on the floor, Brad. No, I'll be drunk in the bed, sleep. Guys, I'm
You
like
pre-trash your room.
a...
Don't even clean it up. Just give me it. Just it'll be that way when I leave. If I get a discount, just donate some to the room keeper in there. It'll save you guys money.
Just wake up, fucking go to take a piss. Tiger in the bathroom. I'm like, oh fuck. The line Andes is
Nice.
it was the it's from over here. It's like for our like where we saw like some support. We kind of came
You know,
down to it.
that could be like that could be also possibly like nobody wants to go to Oregon. Not that Oregon's a bad place, but it's not a destination place like Vegas is, stuff like that. Because I was looking at my return flights to Hawaii, and the return flights one way was like $400 or $500 to Hawaii. So it's just like it's a destination thing. That's all it is. Because like people are trying to vacation and go out and do stuff, and Vegas and LA and Hawaii and Mexico and all these places, Miami are places where people are trying to go on vacation, especially in the summertime.
There's that stop run. So now we're back down, we peaked down into our balance zone right there.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Stop run.
So now you move your stop down, right? If you're still trailing this, and your stop was still above these singles, now it should be at least right here. But maybe right here would be better. This 34.3 level, just in case it catches a nice bid. Like I said, this is our balance zone down here, and so we can see some support off here, which it looks like we are. We did break yesterday's low, which is decent news. But we have this impulse area here, and we just quickly ran above it, right? So there's kind of like a last ditch effort, it looked like, for people to try to catch the short. That's why I said, like, when you get down here, you want to see some rotations before you hop on that short underneath of this 3-4. And now it looks like some good buying is happening. Yeah, it just comes with time. It just comes with chart time, Andes. That's it. So like, if we go back to my trading view chart, these are the levels, that I'm really looking at, and that's why I really like this level here for a short, because we broke down right to it, which is kind of like what I was expecting, and then we had some rotations, and then I figured on the break of it we can catch a little move. And that's why I like this line down here, this 33867. Catch a nice little break below that, fill some of these single prints. You know what's nice, Doinked, is Bend, Oregon. Great place. I love that place.
Ooh, 1,000. Take some more trades, Crypto Chemist. Take some more trades. Wow. Robinhood's paying out $70 million.
Oh, for the lawsuit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I need to get on that. I need to call Jared and
Yeah,
tell him to get on that too. Probably because they keep doing that shady ass shit where they don't let people sell.
It's only,
for
I
profit.
think it's only for GameStop and AMC. Yeah, it's for GameStop and AMC when they restricted the trading.
Damn it.
That's good. I mean, I don't think $70 million is enough, but
Well, we should just start our own lawsuit. I mean, I sold before they blocked it because it was smart, but tell Jared.
$200 hookers for. Are those the cheap ones or expensive ones, Crypto Chemist? Oh, 5,000. Whew, that's pricey. Okay, is rotations more 30-minute bars? You can have a rotation on any chart, Janelle. I mean, on the TPO chart, you're just gonna stick with a 30-minute time frame. But I mean, if you're using like a tick chart or a range bar or 5-minute chart, I mean, you can have rotations in any kind of chart. Rotations basically where you're going one way and then you switch directions.
So what I'm looking for when I say rotations, I'm looking for like kind of how we came down and then we came down more and now we're rotating back up. I want to see that happening within the bar. I mean, it could just be within one bar, right? If the one bar is just kind of going up and down, but I want to see it stay in this zone, right? That's what I want to see. I don't want to see it come all the way back up here. This is no good for me. I'm not a huge fan of this at all. So I'd like to see it come down here and rotate within here. So like this bar has came down, come up, it's come down, it's come up. Those are rotations. That's what I mean when I say rotations. So you don't have to wait for another bar to get rotations, right? You're just waiting for this bar to hold in in this area. That's what I mean. Bend is the worst. No one should go there. Saying that to keep all the Californians from moving there. Yeah. Dude, so in Bend, they have this thing where if you go, because they have like a ton of breweries, if you go to every single brewery and you have like this little thing that they check off for you, and if you turn it in, I think it's like 29 breweries or something like that. You turn it in and they give you like a key to the city, like a honorary key to the city.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's dope.
I'm going there.
Bend is dope
one
in
day.
The summer and the winter. You get to go there in the summer, rent a longboard, and just longboard all around, and then, the winter, we go there snowboarding. When we were there a couple years ago, we were snowboarding, and they had this chair called the Rainbow Chair, and every time you came down the lift, you got a free beer.
Nice.
Yeah. Or every time you went up the lift, like they handed you a beer on the way up.
Nice.
Yeah, it was dope. California is just full of homeless people now, pretty much. Yeah. All the Californians moved to like Texas,
Arizona, Vegas,
Arizona.
Colorado. Yeah.
The pub
New Mexico.
Yeah.
It's all cheaper.
The thing about like, I mean, I don't know how it is over in Australia and, but when we were in Korea, like, you could pretty much drink outside of the bar, no big deal. So if you're like going to another pub, you'd be good to go. But in the United States, if you get caught, carrying a beer from one bar to another bar, you're getting a ticket and probably arrested, depending upon what city you live in. I don't look at any other time frames besides the 30-minute, Joey. Like this lift of beer. Yeah. Yeah, we just go up it, come back down, get another free beer. Yeah, Ben.
Was like every.
What's up?
Was like a certain chair was painted rainbow, or was it,
just called
like every chair?
It was called the Rainbow Chair, and it was Deschutes Brewery was sponsoring the chair, and so every time you came down, Deschutes had like a little tent set up, and they would just pour you a beer. It was like a little 12-ounce beer. Just slam it or drink it on the way up if you're a bitch. But just slam it, get back on the lift, and head back up the mountain. Deschutes has some good beer though.
Cali really is a dumpster fire right now. It's been that way for a while. So everyone's leaving, unfortunately.
Even me,
such a great place. Coast.
Hey guys, why do you only look at the 30-minute chart? Because this is what professional traders look at. This is what they're watching the TPO, and the TPO is based off of a 30-minute time frame. And so that's we're basically just getting a peek at what they're looking at, and trying to figure out where they're building their positions, and going along for the ride.
We're also trading intraday too, so we're not looking at what the overall time frame is of the entire market. So we're not looking at a 4 hour for a daily, unless we're trying to find support and resistance zones over a long term. But if we're using 30 minutes, gives you enough time to find out where your best trade entry is, and enough time to settle the trades as well. If you're in 5 minutes, that's even too short of a time frame.
And when you look on certain time frames like that, right, you're getting like, on a 5-minute time frame, you're like, oh shit, it's ripping. Let me get in, and then boom, it comes down, and then you're like, shit, sell, and then it comes back up, and then boom, it comes down, and you're like, fuck,
exactly,
sell again, and then boom, it comes up. And if you're on a 30-minute time frame, you can see it a little bit clearer that which way it's going. Deschutes has been bought out by Anheuser-Busch. Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's probably not good.
Well, Anheuser-Busch is now, what's it called too? Anheuser-Busch is a Brazilian company.
Too bad. Only have your BTC runner left. Yeah, me too, Chappies. That's all I'm rocking.
It's nice to have a runner.
The four. I didn't have the 4 shorts like you did. I was shorting oil instead, but yeah, that's nice. What time is it over there? Let's see. It is
this time plus a couple hours. I think it's like.
Ooh, it's early as fuck over there. It's 1:55.
In Australia?
Yeah, in the morning. 2 in the morning. Yeah, because it's almost 6 o'clock for you.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost 2 in the morning out there.
It's almost drinking time in
late night
in London, huh? 5 o'clock.
Is there not a drinking time?
Yeah, they just drink. Yeah, lunch drink. That was like in Korea. Remember, in Korea, like we were allowed to have 2 beers at lunch, and it was like no big deal. It's like normal. Like, oh, go to lunch, have some beer, come back to work.
I don't know if we're allowed to. I think it's just maybe something that we did.
It's not against the rules, it's just frowned upon.
If you're off base, you can have a drink.
Yeah, 155. Crypto Chemist, his clock is a little bit different. It's a 37-hour clock, so who knows what time it is for him. It must be too lit.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, they got, like I said, they got bought out by Brazilians. I think it was like, I don't know how many years ago. It's like a few years ago now. Hey, thanks, Mondo, for that beer, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Mondo.
We will get C-130's non-alcoholic beer, his O'Doul's.
Hey man, those O'Doul's be slapping.
The thing was though,
Huh? No, I don't.
No.
I
think you're confusing the beer with what's grain free. When you're what kind of diet is it if you're grain free? Like you don't eat grain. Yeah. But I'm saying like they call it something else though. Gluten free. There we go. Gluten free.
Oh, gluten free.
Yeah, because a lot of beer is wheat. So,
Wait. Ooh. No, yeah, I don't drink beer anymore as much. I used to drink a lot of beer like in the past before I deployed, but
I'm a big IPA drinker. I think Bush Baby sent me a whole list of beer in the chat room, and I think it was the lifestyle chat room. All these different IPA beers. I was like, nice.
they good. Have you tried any of them or?
Oh, I haven't looked at the list, but that's all I drink is IPAs usually. If I go to a bar, if I go to a brewery, I'm always gonna try an IPA first.
Nice.
I always get the blonde.
The blonde, yeah, I bet you do. They had pink, you get pink. Because Brad has this nice pink wig. He looks very good in, very good. That and some pink high heels. You guys can tell the difference.
Come on.
Just kidding. That's C-130's job.
Hey, look, bro. I'm a spectator, bro.
He's all like, man,
I'm a
thank you for
spectator.
laying off me for 1 second, and then boom,
I'm over here
pressure right
spectating,
back.
Gotta just as soon as I hear the roast, gotta leave real quick, hop on the YouTube and just be in the chat and then see when you're done on the YouTube and then hop back into the call.
Yeah, keto's not a bad diet right there. Like the only bad thing is if you ever start eating carbs again.
It's a national holiday in England today.
Nice.
They beat the Germans.
I saw something about, wasn't on TikTok, but I saw something on the news. There's a lot of homeless people again, either Washington or Oregon as well. There's a lot of homeless people in Hawaii too.
I wouldn't doubt it if it's Washington. There's so many homeless people over here, man. Like not like that I haven't really seen the statistics, but like from what I've seen driving around and stuff, definitely way more than what it was when I was in North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
You said CryptoFace just went live. Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Probably
we're
gonna talk about when he gave his whale crew my trade alerts.
whatever you're selling, buddy, we ain't buying.
Bernard, I'm not really paying attention to like a monthly chart. What I do is just zoom out on the TPO and kind of see where we're finding the balance at, right? And so this is kind of our our balance zone right here, based off of like how the prices acted, right? We had this like peak below, we came back up, we went up higher, peaked back below again, came back up, went up higher, and now we're kind of back down to the same area pretty much. It came up, came back down, so we're back kind of in this value area that I like to call it. So I'm not really looking at the monthly chart because I'm not trading on a higher basis. I just don't want to get like a bias of I gotta refresh this. I hate when the VWAP recorrects. It's annoying.
The most annoyingest thing is when your little dot touches your take profit and just sits there for a minute.
Yeah, and doesn't fill. Yeah.
Just a stall. It's just like, check this stall out. It's like he's a skateboarder or something. It's like, check this out. Like, I don't want to check that out. I just want you to fill my order, please. Thank you.
You just hear your heartbeat looking at it. You're like, come on.
If this was In-N-Out Burger, my order would be filled a lot faster because they're fast.
Get Brad
Dude,
voice order filled.
Bro, I went to there's a McDonald's here by my house, right? There's 2 of them. And like I go to this place too damn much, and I'm going through the drive-through, and I always get like my fries well done because I like them hot and crispy, right? I don't like them soggy and cold like most McDonald's do. And so, dude, every time I ask for that shit, they're like, "Sir, can you park over there?" I'm like, "What the dude?" Every time, and like one time I didn't ask for it. I'm like, "How's this fast food?" And you guys want me to go park over there? Like, dude, without a fail, man. Every time I go through, I'm like, "Can I get a McChicken sandwich and a like number 2 or something like that?" And they're like, "Oh, you can go park over there." I'm like, "How's this fast food?" Then they come out and bring the wrong order too on top of that. I'm just like, my God. I was like, "Talk to your
That's
manager,
the
please."
worst, man.
Dude, every time, and like I avoid that one.
Look at guys. This is the kind of shit that cracks me up, right?
What's up?
So I don't know if you guys can see this.
Let's see it, man.
Look at the.
I kind of want to see it now.
Yet.
Look at the number. I don't know how I can make it bigger.
You sharing it?
Yeah. If you can see it on the YouTube.
Just press Control and scroll wheel in. See if it zooms it in. Just hold the Control key and zoom in.
Oh, there we
I
go.
still see your Bitcoin chart.
Whoa, too much.
I'm looking at it on Twitch. It's like
Oh,
way
you got
faster.
Twitch? Yeah,
Yeah.
I should get over there real quick because I hate YouTube.
Oh shit! You zoomed in all the way, Brad.
I know. I'm fucking. My mouse is
It's,
crazy.
it's probably laggy too. That thing is gonna take you back to like. Whoa.
Okay, fuck it.
Yeah, just type it in. Put like 200 or some shit.
Anyways, exactly like I said. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the entry price on the short on Bitcoin, right? And then look in the Discord under the admin trade alerts. Look at the time that it's posted, and look at the number.
Oh, thank you, Crypto Chemist.
Yee, bro. What?
I mean, I'm just saying.
Wait a second. I just hit my toe. Wait.
I mean,
Yeah, Crypto Chemist posted it.
I'm just saying.
What'd you say about
I mean, it's just
copying is the most it's the sincerest form of flattery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wait a minute.
for crypto faces, like, the whole world copied you with your mask finally. It only took 2 or 3 years, but the world finally caught on, so I guess that could be your flattery right there.
I don't think it's a good sign to be on the same side as disease,
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, like,
no, I'm just joking.
might have predicted one thing, right?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just messing.
The need for a mask. So
it was trying to be a low key roast, but it's
No.
you gotta think,
He looks at the
Citadel
Discord. Yeah. Yeah, and he
question is
started
who's
stream-
looking. Question who is
He started the stream. So when we started the stream, it was before the trade actually like really took off, right? And Brad and technology is a good duo. Yeah, I know, Kishore, right? I'm fucking terrible with it. Hey, but I got the stream set up, got the mic set up. I got I made that fancy video for the intro. I'm learning.
He's working on it, guys.
Yeah.
It's only been not even a month, you guys.
Yeah. So, he goes live like a couple hours later, right?
Michael Jackson.
And he doesn't want to say how he figured out to take this short, because
Right? Did the green dot pop up or a red dot pop up or whatever they call them?
I'm not sure.
I mean, I can check. I paid the money for the thing, so I'm gonna use the thing to see if the thing is on the thing.
But it's just funny, Doink said someone asked him, someone's commenting, CryptoFace, how do you decide your entry? And he said he looks at the Citadel Discord.
Hey, Crypto Chemist, we call that a double bagger, one bag for his face and the other bag for yours as well.
Got him, bro.
He's just one step away with the mask already.
This man, hey, y'all can't, when y'all get 3M on it, it's over, guys.
Stop,
Like, you're done.
When you say stop, bro, you talking about ES or Bitcoin?
So now we're one time framing down, guys. This is nice. 3 a.m. is pretty loud. Yeah, he's always pretty loud.
Baguette.
Ask him about stop losses. He loves that.
Ooh, you taking a dab right now? Maybe after I get done trading.
Ugh, dabs. Dabs are bad for you guys. Just smoke weed like a normal person. Is CryptoFace a whale? No. Even though he calls himself a whale.
Not a whale at all.
The funny thing is, and I showed the video the other day, is he said he went long with 40% of his account at 39K, and then we dropped, and then he's posted all of this other shit, and it's like,
Let's even one up that real quick, right? The whole country of El Salvador bought Bitcoin. What does that tell you? The Bitcoin didn't go up after El Salvador bought Bitcoin, right? The news of El Salvador, pumped up Bitcoin for a hot second, but didn't stay up, right? So if a whole country puts their entire capital into Bitcoin, what makes you think this idiot that's putting whatever his money is into it is going to pump up the thing, even if he has a whale crew, quote unquote whale crew, right? So no, he's not a whale. He's just an idiot.
Sounds like a whale embryo. Yeah, Tripton, it's turning into a pretty decent short. But
shorts are always good. I love shorts. I'm short right now.
I mean, you can't.
99% time I'm short.
It's over. I mean, it's over 1,000 points now. So that's it's almost at 1,500 points in 24 hours, guys. That's a solid day, right? That's something you can hang your hat on and call it a week. Right? We hit this nice short from here to here, and we hit another nice short from here to here. You know, these are good times, right? Hopefully, we can get down below this spill zone and start really pushing it down.
Hey, do you want to give it take profit to Crypto Face, or did you already post on the Discord as well?
I swear. Comedy, bro. Straight gold, bro. I love it, man.
He doesn't take profit. He just, ends his stream and then tells people he did.
Just buys the dip.
Buys the dip. That was a good saying. That one. What was that one person's name on the stream or on the chat? They said.
You're the man, crypto chemist.
So the difference there's a difference between buying the dip and being the dip or something.
Yeah, we said that too. Yeah. Or no, someone on the thing yesterday said that. I don't know if it was Eric Smith or who it was, but yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the daily on here,
T-Love, yup.
it's negative. So he probably started shorting, got chopped up in the area that we were talking about earlier, and then decided to change his mind. I hope he shows our stream on his stream. That'd be fucking funny.
Thank God for his whale crew, pushing the market down finally. That's just what we finally needed, just for all of them to hit the sell button so we could finally take that dip down. When you can't get a hold of Elon, we just look to Market Cipher, whale crew, and just have them all, press the short button. So
We need to change the title of the vid to 1,500 times 2. Yeah, I'm sure C130 or something could do that. I don't know how.
Look at
What
that
do you want me to
shit.
change it to?
One time frame is always good. So one time frame, Andy's like, dude, why does it always do that? When we do the one time framing down, that just means that each bar is not making a high or high, right, or a low or low, depending upon which way we're one time framing. So we see the B high, C high, D, E, F, right? So that's how, if F takes the top of E, right, starts to fill in some of these single prints, that's how you're gonna know there's actual buyers in the market here. And as we're one time framing down, that's a key sign. If we're still one time framing down, you shouldn't be trying to buy, right? That's what that tells you, right? So people, and that's the reason that this happened, is because people are trying to buy this up, and that's why E pushed lower, right? Is because when D came down, people just tried to buy everything, and we got up to these single prints. The big seller kept pushing the market down. They got liquidated. Now F is kind of sitting flat. So that's pretty much where we are. I said TTV and stuff.
Thank you, crypto chemist. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I just don't want you guys to get banned. I mean, you paid, however much money it costs you to buy that indicator, so that'd be kind of shitty to get banned.
And if you guys need help drafting up a nice letter, hello, my name is such and such, and I paid for your piece of shit indicator, and I did not violate any of your terms and conditions of your agreement, and so on and so on and so on. And if you do not let me back into something I paid for, then I request a refund, so on and so on. If you don't do that, I will bring civil action onto you and take a small claims court. I can help you guys write that letter. I like writing shit like that, guys. So just let me know.
Yeah, man, that does suck,
Because under $2,000 a small claims court, you guys. So that's free money, especially when you guys didn't violate any terms, conditions, or rules of his channel or his platform or his anything like that. And if you have a lifetime subscription to something, it's a lifetime subscription. So unless he went out of business or something like that, which hasn't happened yet, then he owes you what you paid for.
Yeah, it's super shady too. Like having paid for something and something like realistically it's a product. Someone offers you a product, you buy that product, and just because they want to be little crybabies about things, they ban
it's
you
essentially
from
a
the
temper.
Discord.
Yeah, it's a temper tantrum.
Yeah.
And
ADA and
Yeah,
Ether
no.
time
Exactly.
framing back up. Let's see.
Yep, it's a
That's
temper
why.
tantrum, and it's actually probably also discriminatory as well. So
Yeah, dude. Like, I got removed from that stuff, and it's like, what was the reason for that? It's like no reason. Like,
actually, Clockwatcher, yeah, it could turn into a class action lawsuit. I mean, if you have enough people that get behind something, especially, if you have such a clear cut and dry case like that, right? If you have enough people that join, yeah, it could turn into a class action lawsuit. And I have friends that are lawyers and whatnot, and they deal with this kind of stuff too, right? So if you present enough evidence, a lawyer will take your case for free because they know they're gonna get paid, right? But at the same time too, it's like if you get a bunch of requests for someone, hey, you guys show up in small claims court, that gets old after a while.
Yeah, Chappie's ADA has kind of been leading the charge. If
Good stuff for you, burn it. Good
if
stuff, man.
if it
Dogs are hard
keeps
though, man. It's hard to prove ownership on a dog.
if it keeps moving up, yeah, I mean, I have my take profit on Bitcoin, down here a bit, so I'm not gonna give up too much more ground if it keeps going up. But if ADA kind of leads the charge, right, that could be an interesting little reversal. And you know what? Like, I'm happy with 1,500 points, right? I'm not gonna let it come all the way back up to my entry up here just to try to, get a huge win so I can post, that I made $2 million or something like that, right?
You guys remember, you guys can't catch every single move, right? So, for example, if if Brad calls out 1,000-point trade or something like that, even if you just take a piece of that, right? If you take 10%, which is 100 points, you take half that, it's 500 points. That's still a good trade, right? And when you guys learn how to manage your risk, right, and you guys learn how to use leverage the right way, take a quick short pop, right? I mean, I'd rather take a 100x leverage trade on 100 points than I would to wait for that 1,000 or 10,000 point move, right? So if you guys learn how to use your leverage the correct way, remember, leverage is a tool, right? But you can use your tools in the wrong way. So if you guys know how to use leverage, you guys know how to trade, go for it, start using stuff, the way it's supposed to be meant, right? But the problem is that, these companies out there like Bybit and
Me too, Chappies.
they're showing you giving you the ability to use leverage, right? But they're not educating you how to use leverage, right? Because they basically just want you to lose so they can make their fees. Because I bet you when you get stopped out, I bet you there's another fee for that too, right? So there's all these fees that come into it, and honestly, that's why I tell you guys, like, Bitcoin's like the wild, wild west, right? There's no rules, there's no laws, there's none of that kind of stuff in there when it comes to trading because SEC is not regulating this kind of stuff, right? So they can charge you these absurd fees and these absurd amounts of money to do this kind of stuff, right? If you look into any kind of other platform, like, for an NinjaTrader, the brokerage, they will charge you a fee if they close out your position for you, right? That's just part of their terms and conditions. But it's not probably to the point or the extent that Bybit or Binance or these other companies are doing as well.
Yeah, it's funny how we even pretty much TA'd the entire move on stream. Brad literally explained at the beginning of 6:30 market open, explained how it's all going to play out, everything, and then look.
Yeah, that's the thing. We want you guys to learn. We don't want you to just take the trade blindly, right? Because I wouldn't want you guys to follow me blindly into somewhere, right? I'd try and give you guys all the info I got myself, and then hopefully you guys get that info, and then go from there. So, it's just one of those things where it's like, like anything, there's no shortcuts in life, right? Stop trying to get a shortcut. So just learn how to, learn how to trade the right way, and you guys will be much better off. No, NinjaTrader is not just for the ES Clockwatcher. It's used for a variety of things. So, yes, it's for a lot of futures things like the Nasdaq, the Dow, the ES, oil, gold, currency, stuff like that. But you can also use it for Forex, and you can also link it to Coinbase. I think you just can't use the leverage on the Coinbase, or maybe you can. I'm just not sure because I don't trade on Coinbase. I just trade the traditional instruments on NinjaTrader. But you can use it pretty much for anything. If you're gonna trade the crypto stuff though, and you want to trade the traditional stuff, I think that Go charting would be the way to go if they can do everything. Or Quant Tower. I think Quant Tower, Eric Smith uses that. Emily Boyd, welcome. Is this your first time in the chat? Haven't seen that name before. Yeah, take prop is on point, right? That's using market structure, you guys. So just once you learn market structure, you guys will be much better off. And then let's see here, Burn It 710, man, adopted it from the SPA yet, but I paid for it. Yeah, like with animals, man, because I've been divorced before. It's possession is like, whoever has possession of that animal, unfortunately, is whoever gets it. Like, luckily for me and my ex-wife, like the divorce was amicable, right? So we both agreed on what we want. There's no bad blood. So for us, I was just like, you can have the dogs, right? I wish I could have kept the dogs, but for me, I just gave them to her. Welcome, Link. Glad to have you in the chat. If you're new here, please go ahead and hit the like and the subscribe button. Get those post notifications. We talk about TPO and how to trade the markets based on market structure and TPO every single day. We also have a TPO Bootcamp. Okay, so if you check out our websites in the descriptions of the link, it's the tradebets.com. Website's under construction. He's out of the trade, you guys. And we're going to be teaching TPO Bootcamp. And we're starting July. Our July 5th, our 12th, and 19th classes so far is sold out, okay? But we still have the 26th. If you're not following us yet in the Discord and not part of the first 1,000, you can join us on Instagram. We get you a $50 off coupon, okay? So if you message me for the code, I'll get you $50 off. So instead of $199, it'll be $149, or sorry, $149, all right? So you just have to message me. If you guys are impatient, go ahead and pay the $199, okay? I'm not going to fault you guys for that. But if you guys are part of the first 1,000, we still have about another 500 slots left, I think, over in Instagram. So if you guys want to come join us over there, post some funny stuff. Also join us on Discord. And if you guys are not streaming us on Twitch, go and stream us on Twitch, because I'm getting a lot of lag on YouTube, and you guys probably are as well. So stream us on Twitch and chat with us on YouTube, okay? Brad and C130 are following both the chats. For me, I'm just looking at YouTube because while I'm in here, I'm also trading too, so I can't be watching everything. And yeah, thanks you guys for welcoming Emily. We're a pretty warm community. We do poke fun at people sometimes and just speak the truth here. Gotcha. So, if you're looking for the truth, Emily, you're in the right spot.
One sock and one shoe. Sorry to hear that, Indies.
Wesix, are you new too, man? I haven't seen your name either. Where was the Take Profit? So Take Profit was listed in the Discord, man. So if you're in the Discord, right now Brad's been posting all these plays for free. He has pretty much over a 90% success rate on all these trades with just the first Take Profit. That's not including any runners or second, third Take Profits, you guys. So if you guys haven't joined the Discord, go ahead and get in there. You guys need to verify yourself. If you don't verify yourself, we will be monitoring more often and watching it closer. If you guys aren't verified within a week, we'll just have to kick you guys from the Discord. You guys can come back in, but we want you guys to be verified. We want you guys to be active in the Discord, okay? We want you guys to be active in the chat. So if you guys come in onto the stream, make sure you guys say hi, okay? We'll say hi to every single buddy, every single person out there. It's not BitBoy Crypto. yeah. So no, it's Wesix, and that's all good, man. You can be a lurker, but don't be shy. Say hi. So you guys just, I'm, glad you guys are stepping up. Like I said, there's no reason to be shy here. There's no reason to lurk. We're very friendly people. We want to teach people how to actually trade. We want to teach people how the market actually works. So thank you guys for joining us. Yes, it's on admin trade alerts. You got to verify yourself to make sure you get in there. Okay. Yeah, if you guys can run those likes up, that'd be great. But like I said, we're not here for the likes. We're here to take care of you guys for right now. So if you guys have any questions, just drop them to the stream. I'm not sure how much longer we have left on here, but thank you guys for the time. We appreciate your time because, like I said, that's that one thing you can't get back, right? We're giving you guys time for value.
Let's see if it's gonna fill these singles. If it doesn't fill these singles, then,
sorry, C130. Everyone, I got everyone against you on the jokes, but it's just all love. They just love you. So
no, it's guys. The tough love is the best kind of love.
Yep, I give C130 a lot of tough love. So that's what I grew up with.
if y'all not out here roasting me, then
what's up, Linux?
Y'all don't know me.
Yeah, so as this thing comes up, right, if it eats into singles, or if it doesn't, like how it failed right at the top of E, right, this is where you can try another
Thanks, guys. Love you guys
another
too.
Short, right, if you're looking for something like that. So if it comes up, right, and let's say it gets to here, or let's say it gets to here, right, and then starts to rotate down, that's where you can try a short and then put your stop right there. It's a higher risk short, but it can be that spot where you can try a short with a low risk, right? So you put a short on, right? Even here, you put another short on, and maybe it comes back down. For me, the reason I covered it is because I was short from up here, right? I've taken profits on the way down, and I'm not just going to let it come all the way back up, right? Might as well take profits and then find another entry. You know what I mean? And that's that's how I'm looking to trade. And honestly, guys, because I see a lot of people asking me to be like, hey, can we see you trade live, and that kind of stuff. You will see my screen when we do the live trade room, but the point, the point is not for me to show you my P&L, right? Who cares if I'm making whatever amount of dollars I'm making? It doesn't matter. That's not my goal here. My goal is not to show you that I have a Ferrari, or to show you that I'm making 100 bitcoins in a single day. My goal is for you guys to earn a living, to trade for a living, right? That's the real goal for me. It's just like none of these fancy, I mean, I'm not really big into fancy stuff anyways, but like none of that shit matters anyways, because what matters is the time, and that's what I'm all about, is this time to value, right? So the reason I love this so much is because it lets me get on the computer for a couple of hours a day, make the money that I need to make in order to spend all day with my kids, right? Yesterday, me and the kids went swimming, we watched a movie, we went to the park, we played some catch, played some tag, we did a bunch of stuff, and we got haircuts, like we did a bunch of stuff that those are the things that I enjoy, right? Driving a fast car, yeah, you can go to Vegas and just pay to drive a fast car. My uncle just did it, and he said it was a blast, right? But he doesn't own a Ferrari. He has a Tesla. But that's because
that's actually not a bad idea, dude. We could go and race in Vegas.
Yeah,
if anyone wants to do it, we can race like those, they either have like NASCAR cars, or you can race like Ferrari or Lamborghini or that kind of stuff. That actually be fun. I would do that.
My uncle just did it. He said it was a fucking blast, dude. Yeah, so I'd be down for that. That'd be fun.
He drove, right? He wasn't like being driven, right? Because some of those places you can like drive in, like ride in the car, not drive.
Yeah, you have to. I think you have to have like a certain.
That's like a safety course, I bet.
Yeah, or you have to have like a certain account. You have to get some insurance.
Yeah, so, probably just drop a credit card down.
Yeah, in case you wreck the fucking car.
Exactly.
But yeah, like that's the whole goal here. So yeah, I could show you guys that I 100x leveraged the trade from last night. But what are you getting out of that? Nothing, right? You're not getting anything out of that, except for I'm taking a ton of risk that is unnecessary to take, right? The goal is to make, your ultimate goal, like right now, depending upon your account size, is to make 1%, right? So if you have $100, make 1%. If you've got $500 in your account, make 1%. If you've got $1,000 in your account, make 1%. If you've got $10,000 in your account, make 1%. And then slowly test your edge, right? So you don't get caught in, that thing that Ramon was talking about, where you just get complacent and you're just kind of stuck in life, where you're not seeing any other improvements. Slowly test your edge, and then instead of making that 1%, try to make 2%, right? And then try to make 3%, and then ultimately the goal is everyone's making $500 plus, right? It takes time, guys. It takes time. You're not just going to start making $500, even by the end of this year, right? Like I said, my goal for you guys by the end of this year is for all of you guys to be break-even traders. And a lot of times, that sounds disencouraging, or it doesn't sound sexy. It doesn't sound like something that you want to be. You want to be a winning trader, right? But as a break-even trader, that's what's going to be able to help you get to that next level, to where you are a successful trader, right? You don't just start off making all this money every single day, even though that's what YouTube tells you that everybody does. And there's all these strategies. I watched like the YouTube ad. I was watching a video yesterday on YouTube. Crypto Chemist was sending me a bunch of stuff, good stuff too, about like life hacks and shit. And so I was watching them, and some of the ads I was getting were like, oh, if you use my strategy, I made $5,000 today on stocks.
It's all for the algorithm.
And blah blah blah. Like, I kind of want to pay to make a commercial, and that's what we might do with the donations. I'm gonna pay to make a YouTube commercial and just call everybody out.
That's great.
And just call everybody out. Be like, hey, you want to trade TPO and learn how to be a break-even trader? follow us, right? If you wanna learn some bullshit, then fucking sign up for one of these dumbass courses, and then when you lose your fucking money and you pay $1,600 for a lifetime license and then get it taken away from you, so obviously it's not a lifetime license, then fucking then you can come over, then you can ask the crypto chemist to give you a red pill, and then you can understand the journey that it takes to get to that, to go from the break-even trader to a risk manager, right? Everyone wants to be a trader because it's sexy. They want to drive this, they want to drive that. But those people that are driving these expensive ass cars, they're working at hedge funds. They're working with huge amounts of money, guys.
Like, they're working with your money, guys.
Exactly. And the reason that they don't care about losing is because it's not their money. It's just an account.
Exactly.
And what happens when you work on a hedge fund, or you work for like an institution and you lose some money? What they do is they just take your bankroll down. So if you're allowed to trade with, $2 million, your boss comes down and he's like, hey, you've been sucking lately, so you're only allowed to trade with 500,000 now, right? And if you want more money to trade with, then you need to earn it back. So.
Yeah, and so guys, just like what Brad was saying, and I've said it, to you guys plenty of times, people in the institutional game, they're not there to make you guys money, right? They're there to sit on capital, right? They get paid a management fee. So if you're working for these Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan Chase Bank, or if you guys are working for Vanguard or whoever it is, BlackRock, they get paid for sitting on cash, right? They want to accumulate as much funds as possible. That's why the stock market has just rallied recently, because it's prop firms and retail out here that are making the daily trades. These other people are kind of just buying here, selling here a little bit at a time, but they're just accumulating funds. They get paid on how much they have under management, assets under management. They're not getting paid if they made you guys 5 or 10% in your account this year. Okay. So, and Brad was saying, like, the only thing that might change is the size of their bankroll before they get the boot out the door, right? So their whole job is to hold on to capital. If they lose money for you, they get paid. If they make money for you, they still get paid. They probably get a bonus, So, don't be that person, and if you guys don't know how to trade, then, that might be your only option right there. It's just to put money into an investment, right? And let the broker handle it for you. But if you guys can learn how to trade, you guys can be in control of your own investment, and instead of letting that thing sit there and just, go up 5% one month, down 10%, and up 20%, and you guys finish with an average of 5%, you guys could took realized gains throughout the entire year. Maybe you pay a little bit more taxes on it, but guess what? Paying taxes is fine. That means you guys did well, okay?
Let me catch up. But he stopped a while ago. Lost his balls. Who stopped? Need to sell intelligence, not the fake trade. Hang on, I'm just trying to catch up with the chat.
And Dom TD, don't forget, man, it's just not just market makers, right? Everyone gets caught up in the word market maker because it's like, oh, they're the bad guy and all this kind of stuff, right? Market makers aren't bad people, right? They are business people, right? So if you own a business and you sell t-shirts, right? Are you a bad guy because you sell your t-shirts more than the other guy does, right? It's not that, right? So market makers, without them, there's no market. They are there to provide liquidity. They are taking the other side of the trade, right? They pay for data and they have a privilege to do that. Not all market makers make money either, right? It's a revolving door that happens, right? And only the strong survive. So it's a game for them as well. And if they're not good at the game, they're gonna get the boot, right? So there's market makers, there's institutional money, there's prop firms, there's retail. There's a lot of people. There's people out there with 401k accounts, right? So say for you guys work for the plumbers union or the nurses union in California. They have their own 401k, and guess what? They're putting their money into the stocks that they see them appropriate, like whether it's the S&P or they're putting into Tesla or Apple or the small pharmaceutical company, whatever the case is, right? They're controlling their assets the way they see fit. So there's a lot of players out there. You just have to learn what each role of each player is, right? Institutional sits there and buys and holds everything until something bad happens, like interest rates or something goes up. And then you got prop traders out there, right? Trying to take some money, take your capital, take other people's capital, combine it into one, and then make trades throughout the day, the week, or the month, right? And they're trying to, get these big wins. They have market makers. They're making money off the spread. They're taking your side of the trade. They're trying to move the market in their direction, their favorable direction, so they can make money as well, too, right? So it's not just market makers. There's a lot of players in the game. Then there's retail too, right? And the retail players, 90% of us are going to be losers because we don't know how the game works. And if you guys don't understand how the game works, then you guys are getting yourself into bad trades off the bat. All right. So that's what I'm saying. Learn the business side, learn the game. If you guys haven't watched that video that's over in the chat from Jim Cramer, this is years and years. It's old. It's when he managed a hedge fund, you guys. This is how business works. They don't care what the stock price is. They don't care what the asset price is. They're going to move the market the way they want to move the market, right? This market is a playground to them. It has rules, but they get to create the rules because they have the money. They have the size.
Yeah, to crack one, my day is over. So, Joey, if you're happy with the profit, take it. The one thing I have learned from Brad is don't let it turn into a loser. Yeah, and that's the thing. So this thing might keep going down, right? And like I was saying to Magic Man earlier, if we get some rotations down in this area, then I'll get back in the trade. But for right here, I'm happy with that, right? We didn't fill the singles, right? So we're pretty much at the same exact spot that I closed my trade. And if we come up here and we don't fill the singles, I'll try another short from there. But I've hit my daily profit goal plus today. I had a pretty decent day. Oil was somebody tipped over a barrel in oil today, and it spilled pretty nice, and now it's kind of rallying back above its open. But so I was able to get in that little oil slide. And then our two Bitcoin trades for the past 2 days, or from the past 24 hours, less than have worked out great. So I'm not gonna give up some gains just trying to hit a home run. Like I said, I just like to get on base. If you get on first, you have a better chance of scoring than swinging from a home run every single time you get up to bat, right?
You guys go on a date, right? You don't get to hit a home run every time, right? ladies and gentlemen, right?
I don't know.
So sometimes you take hey, calm down. Not everyone's you, right? You guys gotta take it slow, right? Take what you can get, right? Don't be pushy sometimes, right? Because it'll blow up in your face.
I've been told I have a silver tongue, so.
Demas, we're using Ninja Trader, man. If you want to trade the way we trade, use Ninja Trader. I recommend it. We don't get any kickbacks from it, but there's other good stuff out there that's cheaper that you can try out, like the Quant Tower, Sierra charts. We got a few people here using Quant Tower. There's a lot of people use Sierra charts, and we know a lot of people use Sierra charts as well, so we can steal some templates from them for you guys. But when it comes to support, then we have no idea how to use those other things too. So. Andy and Crypto can say,
I mean, you can. I mean, James is right here. He can verify.
Yeah. Guys, he is a winner. Okay, there's not much that I've seen him do where he hasn't won.
Except paddleboarding.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet either. So.
And I still got to test my skills against long and short on the foosball table. So.
Ooh. Foosball. He is pretty good at foosball. I don't want to toot anyone's horn here, but he's already got a big head as it is. No, I'm just kidding. He's actually very humble.
What?
Yo, I just got tagged by Jake Butcher on the Instagram. He tagged us. He said learning on that daily live stream with the team, and he posted a setup and tagged us.
Hell yeah, Jake. That's what's up, man. I'll repost that in a second, man. Just looking at the YouTube right now.
Oh, he got the TPO loaded up. He's got.
Demas, were you signing up? Were you signing up, Demas, for the class too, man? I think I got your name on this list, man. Let me check real quick. You go by. Is it Nimbers in the chat? In the
champion.
Does it go by Nimbers in the
Chappie's 88 is leading the way.
Discord?
That's what we were looking at. I should have jumped on this. Where's 88? Real soccer. Yeah, look at 88 filled its singles. Let's take a peek at E.
Okay, you're for June 19th. Perfect. Awesome.
Okay, perfecto.
ETH didn't even have singles. ETH's ugly today, guys.
DNB. Okay, I'll get you. Your name's almost like someone else's in the thing. Sorry about that. It's getting some mix up.
XRP.
You got another person here. That's name is. Where'd it go?
If you're watching the stream,
Meduced.
Highly, I say this all the time, right? Highly recommend checking out the TPO Bootcamp because I've never asked 3 a.m. this, but me and him have the same stance on it. Once the first few classes of TPO Bootcamp come out, I think what you guys are going to see is, a lot of TPO charts on other Discords, or like, like our community, right? We understand that you guys have other places you're in, but what I know for a fact will end up happening is that we will educate X amount of people in TPO that when they are in other Discords, you're gonna be like, hey, I see single prints being filled in this area, blah, 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 blah. Right? Word of mouth is gonna get around. They're gonna know that we are teaching that here exclusively, right? As our foundation and our base for what we're doing going forward. So I don't want to see you guys. It's open to the first 1K for now, right? But I don't want to see you guys not be able to get in on the on the sessions, right? Those weekly sessions, just because we have a huge inflow of people. So I would highly recommend making time for it and just trying to see if you can work it around. It's gonna hit differently, like the younger kids say.
Bring my losing shorts. I'll try.
Yeah, you guys, you already seen it right now, right? One of the biggest YouTubers, and the person leading the charge for indicators, right? He's already in here basically taking the place from Brad, right? He might not understand TPO yet or anything like that, and it's fine if he learns it, great. But for now, he knows who's right? Because he's taking the plays off the person who's using the TPO chart. So that right there is just it's very flattering. I think like for us when we first started coming in here and you guys started seeing Brad's plays, I think probably a lot of people are skeptical, and then it's a month later now almost, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys are believers now, right? In the TPO, at least for the people that are on stream all the time, the people who are active in the Discord. So the proof is in the pudding. Basically all these call outs are before everything happens, right? So Brad's calling all these plays out before it happens, and he's using market structure, and he's using TPO, and he's using the way he learned how to trade the market, right? So that's what we're teaching you guys, is how to learn how to trade the market. So if you guys have not signed up for a class yet, please sign up for a class, okay? Probably for the rest of this year or for a few months, we'll probably keep pricing the same. But after that, I think it's going to be a battle to get into class, you guys. We offered a special for you guys. If you guys are first 1,000 or first 1,000 on Instagram, you guys can take the class in July for $300. It's a 1-week class. It's going to be 2 hours a day, and like I said, 2 hours a day minimum. And then we'll have Q&A and stuff afterwards. And after the week's over, you guys will pretty much should be ready to hit the ground running on the screen time, for a TPO. And then when you guys are ready to trade, and that's totally up to you guys when you were ready to trade, but we would say at least give it a month of watching the screen, and maybe like a week of paper trading, just so you can get those concepts down, right? But that's totally your call. But I think after the TPO bootcamp, you guys are going to be able to be in there, and I want to see on the members, trade alerts, you guys calling out stuff maybe before Brad does, or the same time Brad does, or right in the same area as Brad does, right? So TPO Bootcamp is 12 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so California time joint. Yeah, so 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., 2 hours a day, every day. And then I know you, all you people in there, our Aussie friends out there, and other people in other time zones, we'll try and get something else set up for you guys later on. Like I said, right now, Brad's kids, they're out of school, he's having family time, right? So later on, when his kids are more on a schedule and they're back in school, we'll do some later class dates for you guys, okay? We're trying to accommodate everyone the best that we can, but also remember, we have a life as well, or they have more of a life than me. I just go to the beach and work from home whenever I want to, so that's my life. And but we will try and accommodate you guys and take care of you as much as possible when it comes to the different class times, okay? So if you guys also too, like I said, you don't have to be in every class. We want to see you there. We want to see your faces in there. Like I said, when we're doing the live stream, like the raffle class, one of the guys was falling asleep because it's late over there, and it's all good. I saw it happening. I'm not gonna call him out for it, but I'm just messaging him on the side, like, hey man, you all right? You need a coffee or something. So like, we want to see what you guys are up to. Want to see what you guys are doing. So basically, only time he knows is TPO. That's funny. So turn your cameras on. We'll be there. We're not seeing. We're not doing a face check to see if you guys have whatever. Or we're not dermatologists or anything like that. Right? We're just there to see you guys smile, see what you guys look like. It's all good.
Yeah, we want to build like interpersonal connections with everybody. That's why we're like inviting you to Vegas. So like, we don't want to just we want to know you guys. That way, as the journey goes on, we can give you guys advice based off of your, psychological profile, basically. I like to get to know you guys because some people respond differently to certain things than others, right? Like, James likes when people tell him that he can't do stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, and then he does it, right? But some people don't like that, right? And so that's why I like to make these interpersonal connections with everybody, because that way when I'm chatting with you guys personally, you know, it gives me that opportunity to really understand, you know, what is your driving factor, what you have going on, and that way I can I can really kind of help out. Cryptochemist, you tagged me. I think I tagged you just CF trades.
And another thing too, guys, with having the camera on, right? A good teacher, if you're in a classroom setting, they're going to pay attention to the audience, right? They're not just going to be up there reading from their PowerPoint, like the majority of, teachers, professors and stuff do, right? They should be scanning the audience, looking at the crowd. And so if we notice you guys have this look on your face, or, if you guys aren't getting it, that's going to signal us to, take a break, pause, and just question you guys like, hey, are you guys understanding the information? And go back. Like, we are teachers. We're not, educators by trade or anything like that, but we know how to teach, okay? We've taught class in the military plenty of times before. And presentations and things like this is just something that's been natural for us, okay? So when you guys are in the class, we want to see your face, and we want to say like, hey, I'll message you off the side. I'm not going to call you out. I'm not going to be like, hey, all stars, why are you falling asleep, man? I'm not going to say that. I'll message you like, hey, you all right? Did you get enough sleep last night? Is this too boring for you? Like, what's going on, dude? So we want to see your face. We want to see how you guys are responding and reacting to the material, and then go from there, okay? And if you guys need some side time, some one-on-one time, I'll help you out with that too.
And if to kind of add on to that a little bit, I was talking about the level of teaching and the type of teaching that we're going to be using, guys.
Yes, we'll get those crypto.
Guys, the kind of teaching methods and styles that you're going to experience are going to be a little bit different, right? Like I said, right? We're all veterans, and like when you go into the military, they have a specific way of teaching, and it involves having actual feedback, having to understand how they understand it, because you're teaching people things that are gonna essentially save lives, or prevent casualties. So growing up on that, I know myself, that's kind of like a teaching method that I use, is just to make sure that you guys are understanding everything. And I'm pretty sure Bitcoin Brad 3M, right? They see the same way. They want to go above and beyond. That's why they want to see your faces, because interaction and like seeing how somebody is reacting to the content, seeing their feedback, seeing how if me Bitcoin Brad 3M are going to be there, right? So if Bitcoin Brad says something and me and 3M see it, right, somebody make a face, right, we can, when we hit the questions, we could be like, hey, when Bitcoin Brad was saying this, you seem like you didn't understand it all too well, do you have any questions, right? Maybe they didn't want to ask the questions, but maybe since we saw their reaction and just wanted to get more of a confirmation to see how they feel about the subject, it kind of helps us gauge a little bit who knows what, and so it's just all with good intent.
Yeah, I don't surf. I'm 250 pounds, man. I can't surf. The board I have is like a 10.6. I can get on it every once in a while, but I need a decent size wave to float that thing or to catch a wave. Let me see here. I think it's 5 a.m. for you guys, for Carboyd and for Chappies over there in Australia. Like, I get up on the morning, right, to trade. Try and get up at 2 in the morning. I was late today, but I'm on the computer by 3 to trade. So, the same thing, if I had to do an education of someone that I really felt was important or was giving out good information, I'd hop on the computer early enough to learn something, right? Especially when this is something that you can learn and keep a skill for a lifetime. So thank you guys for putting in that work and getting up early in the morning and being with us, you guys. That means a lot, right? So, it'll all be worth your time. All this effort that you guys put in now will be worth it afterwards. Yeah, but you need a double overhead, Cryptochemist. I just need a 3-foot wave. You guys have any questions? I think we got to get done, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So I mean, we could just talk about like the way ahead, I guess, for the rest of the day, things that I'm looking for. So let me zoom out a bit.
You doing?
So
I'm taking.
What? Your dog?
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm sorry. I'm taking my dog out. But I am on my phone on Discord.
Okay.
Come on.
Do you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had our consolidation over here, had our breakdown. We are getting some rotations
Up
up
30.
here. You know, I was looking for the rotations, you know, a little bit lower. You know, we're getting them here, right? We still haven't filled these singles. We put in kind of a tops at that. So, you know, this is where I'm looking for this to come down, hold, catch another short, right? Break the lows. There's a lot of space down here. This is where the singles are at. And then, you know, now that we put in this this area, what I'd like to see is, you know, if the singles get filled, we get some rotations, we can get above, and then, you know, keep going up and attack this K high, right? And then there's some more room up here as well, right? We had a little bit of, you know, breakdown, reconsolidation, and then that area as well. So, you know, if you're still holding that short, congratulations. Oh fuck, damn it, where's that line at? But you know, just be, you know, you don't want to give back too many gains, right? Ryzen, what's up, man?
Yeah, it's going on pretty.
Andy's up. Yeah, we keep telling him
I
he
was
needs to buy an
thinking
air
poor dog in
conditioner,
other
too.
ways, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, or the dog's gonna have a heat stroke, you guys.
Yeah, that's what Doinked is going to be going back to, like that super
Heat
heat.
wave?
Portland is like having like the hottest time of its you know, existence.
Really?
Must be all that green energy. Don't let a winner turn into a loser. Andy's, you're getting it down nice. I like it, man. I'm glad. That's what I like to hear. I'm glad that you're starting to, you know, understand, see the matrix. Oh, is that Ferdy's YouTube name, Ryzen?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Ferdy? Hey, big shout out to Ferdy helping us with the website. For those of you guys that have checked out the website, you know, Ferdy put in a lot of time and effort and helped us out. So check out his work. And if you guys need help with
Websites, yeah.
anything like that, like any space shit, you know, hit up
So-
Ferdy.
So we're you know, we built our platform on Squarespace, but Freddie's gonna be building us a WordPress website, you guys. So and also the website's not finished, just the payment part is pretty much finished. We still have to, you know, put an about part section, all this other kind of stuff in there, but we just knew that the TPO Bootcamp was the most important part and the main purpose of the website. So got that up and running, and big shout out again, thank you Ferdy so much. And if you guys have any you know, website needs, make sure you hit Ferdy up. He's the man. He's got some other sample websites and he's got other domains for sale. So if you guys are, you know, I know there's some DJs on this Discord. You know, he's got a DJ website up for sale, I think, too. So check him out.
Oh, Alex, that's too funny. He said those Antifa Portland must be roasting their black skinny jeans and black sweatshirts.
Hey, see you, decentralized.
Later, bro.
Crypto chemist.
Fucking savage.
Yeah, no filter, you guys. It's all right.
You know, and we welcome everybody, right? Like, even if, you know, even if somebody you know, wants to learn this, you know, it's not like we're against it. Like, if you've traded Market Cipher before, we're not like, fuck you can't learn
Exactly.
TPO. We're like, hey, welcome. Like, Jason Casper was in the stream this morning, you know, and excuse me, he said he wants to learn TPO. I don't know if he said it in the stream, but, you know, he has sent it, you know, in a direct message. So, you know, it's good to be able to show that you're, you know, you're willing to grow, right? That's the key. And you always start somewhere. Like I said, James and I, you know, we have used all of this shit that you guys are talking about.
Exactly.
I mean, not Market Cipher, but we have tried, you know, these moving average crossovers. You know, when we were first designing algos, we were trying to make algos based off of indicators, and then, you know, came to realize, you know, what the fuck are we doing? Why aren't we just using the TPO to set up our algos, right? And then we set up an algo, actually, like, I'm working on an algo with Bitcoin, and, you know, setting it up based off of the TPO, and it's been working, you know, pretty well. I haven't gone, you know, live on it yet because I'm still working out the kinks because of these huge swings for Bitcoin. Because when you set the algo, you set the profit targets and the stop loss is when the trade opens up, and it opens up automatically, so you have to you got to really kind of figure it out. But you know, it's interesting. You're buying a new rig with more RAM to handle the charts. Yeah, that's the thing that sucks about exo charts, is it does eat up a lot of data, and that's why I've been looking at that Go charts that Chappies uses. I got the new MACD indicator, $500 a month. That's green and red dots.
That's what it is, you guys. Like, you know, you know, if you guys see any indicators out there that you think are good, send them my way, and I'll make you one. Basically, that's the same thing as what they have. Because I've seen stuff on there before when I'm like getting ready to drop some money. I'm like, you know, what is this? And I just go and like start looking at them, like, well, it looks like this and this and this, and then boom, you just made it yourself. It just doesn't look as pretty or as fancy as it, but it's the same thing, right? So, you know, this stuff out here that people are selling, you guys, guess what? None of them made it up, right? This is all stuff that's been around for like 30 years, 40 years. And so, like I said, all these things are a math problem. The only thing they're doing is maybe changing some of the numbers. So instead of a 8 and a 20, you're using a 9 and a 22. You know, like there's not much that you can change on these indicators. Like someone else made this stuff a long time ago, and you have a SMA and EMA and a TEMA and a HMA and all these different kind of moving averages, right? And it's just a different math problem. If you guys just understand that's a math problem, you have to have data for math problem, right? And what is data? Data is, you know, old points of data, right? So it's just all lagging. Doesn't matter how much they say it's non-lagging. Everything that's an indicator is lagging.
Have we seen volume candles? Yeah, James loves volume candles.
Oh, like the volume candles? Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good way to throw in, you know, direction along with size too, right? So in NinjaTrader, there's a thing called an equivolume candle, and you know, if there's not a lot of volume, the candle will be a skinny candle. If there's a lot of volume, it'd be a bigger candle, and you know, it just determines on how much like your time frame and how much size in there. Because you know, if you're not looking at volume, you know, at the same time you're trading with price, then that price literally means nothing if the volume doesn't fit it. So.
All right, but I think we're gonna wrap it up there, guys. You know, so watch this low, right? If you have an alert, just set your alert right here. I think this is where it was at. Set your alert down here, like this 3400 level. That way, you get an alert to, you know, get back on the computer if you're off the computer, and you know, look for this zone down here to get some movement in, and then you know, the break of that zone, the break of this K low is gonna, you know, should cause some spillage, and then you know, make sure you have this level marked on your chart, this 33,568, right? So if you take a short, or if you're, you know, still in your short, you know, look for it to get some support right here, right? If you're using EXO to watch the chart, how crucial is it to have the custom NinjaTrader template? You can just use EXO charts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So NinjaTrader is a bit expensive to just kind of go all in on. The reason that we like NinjaTrader is because you can trade stocks, options, and futures on it, not just crypto. So
it also has like a lot of like automated features, right, you guys? So like, you know, when you press the sell button, your trades will pop in there. You can attach your take profit or your stop loss to an indicator. So for example, like if you want to get out of the VWAP at the certain, you know, what is it called? At the certain deviation, you can be like, I'm going to attach my sell to the second deviation of the VWAP, and I'm going to put my take profit at the VWAP, and I'll put my buy at the bottom deviation, the second one, and so on and so on, if you guys want to trade that way, right? So there's a lot of options in there. You guys can also make a strategy, right? So you can create your own automated trading strategy, and you can say like, I want this thing to buy a breakout of a 30-minute candle and get this many points of profit, and my stop loss will be this, and the thing will just run it for you guys. You know, you can create your own thing. If you guys are good with just any kind of coding, or just can read directions well and understand like how to use if, and nor and or statements and whatnot, then you guys can create your own, basically your own algo on there. It's not like you're actually writing code. The thing helps you with it, right? And there's other stuff too on there. We've bought this thing called Shark Indicators. They make this they make this template called Bloodhound and Blackbird. Bloodhound, you can put your own signals in there, and that's what Brad was talking about, how we would like, you know, make stuff based off of the indicators that weren't working at all, and now we're basically kind of at the drawing board and like trying to go stuff based solely on TPO. It's just hard to code that stuff because what you think in your brain is not the same thing as what you can type into a computer and tell it what to do, especially if you're not a coder like neither one of us are. So if you guys are coders out there, if you guys know how to do like speak computer language, you guys think in zeros and ones, let us know. You guys can help us out and we'll show you what we're thinking, and then if it works, then you guys are already one step ahead because you guys have the info right there. So check it out. If, like all the stuff that we're telling you guys to use, we use it ourselves, right? We don't get any kind of kickbacks from it. We use it, we like it, we recommend it, but we don't want you guys to dump a bunch of money into stuff. Like I think total I have invested in NinjaTrader is probably close to $10,000, right? I spent $1,000 on the indicator, or $1,000 on the platform, another $500 on a second license, a few indicators I paid for. That Blackbird thing I think is like, what was it, like $2,000, something like that, I think, around there. So just like it's an investment, you guys, right? And then on top of that, I've also paid for education, stuff like that, right? Thousands of dollars in education. So all the stuff that we're doing for you guys is very affordable. It's very cheap, right? Like I said, if you guys go to James Dalton or Jim Dalton's website and look how much his classes cost, they're in the thousands of dollars, right? So check this stuff out. Everything we tell you guys, we're trying to tell you stuff that you can go and research online, right? I'm not going to tell you something that you couldn't find online and couldn't verify, okay? So go and check this stuff out. Let us know what you think. And if you guys are very serious about trading and you guys take the TPO Bootcamp and you want to hop into, NinjaTrader or some of these other platforms and trade, we're not trying to take you away from Bitcoin, but we're trying to show you there's more options, right? Today, Bitcoin might not be moving, and another day, there might be, there might be something else, to trade like oil or ES or
that's
Forex,
a good point
right?
too, actually. So like what James is saying is like, if your trade hours, like I said, I want you guys to get on a routine. That way you're doing the same thing every day. So if you allot your hours to be on the computer and you get on the computer and crypto's not moving, or Bitcoin's not moving, ETH's not moving, then you guys have these other options. I do think the crypto chemist is right when he's talking about Quant Tower. That's probably the best bang for your buck as far as like opening up the AMP futures account and going through there, because you're able to get
yeah, AMP's a good brokerage, you guys.
And you get more crypto on there. 7,000 other coins on Quant. So
Jim Dalton, he uses Window Trader, guys. Window Trader kind of looks like Sierra Charts, but it's Window Trader. It's very expensive. It's a very expensive platform. It has very limited features as well, so I don't know why it costs so much money. But it looks like you're trading like on a DOS computer, like worse than Sierra Charts, I think. But that's what he uses, and that's his preference, And there's a lot of, it doesn't matter what you guys use out there, right? So if you guys are, hunters or do whatever, you can take the same animal out with a, a different kind of caliber, weapon, right? You don't all have to use a 308 or a 5.56 or a 22 long rifle or, a 50 cal, whatever the case is, right? The same tool you can adapt to use for the same job, right? So if you guys are out here wanting to trade this other stuff, you guys can use any of these charting platforms. It's just you need to learn how to use it, right? The only benefits using NinjaTrader is that we already know how to use it. So if you guys need some tech support that's outside of NinjaTrader, we got you covered already. And you can ask Mike in the chat. I've spent plenty of time with him online, and I have no problem spending any time with anybody online that wants to learn something new, you guys. So if you guys need help and you have NinjaTrader, you have if you guys got noob questions, ask Mike. He is Grumpy in the Discord. Okay, so he's got it recently. He's been already doing some paper trading on there. He's been checking it out. So ask him how he likes it. And then you got Eric Smith in the chat too, that's been using Quant Tower. So check out these, ask these two people what their opinions are. They're two brand new people to TPO and two brand new people to these platforms, okay? So they're going to be the best person to ask about how they like these platforms, right? We're going to tell you we like it because we use it every day. But trust me, there's a lot of other stuff out there. There's a lot of good stuff out there. We just stick to one thing because we like consistency, right? Not to say that we'll never switch again or, move to another platform. But for now, if it's not broke, we're not going to fix it.
Yeah, I think that's it, guys. We're hitting that 3 hour and 30-minute mark. So we've been going on.
A lot of bookmarks for C130 to make.
I know, dude. I had to do like one video at a time because like looking at it and like trying to find actual good bookmarks. Like I gotta take my time.
Or this is where let me just show you guys this real quick. So we're back in that value zone, guys, that we drew a couple days ago. And let me collapse these. And so this is kind of what I was talking about. So this is our value area. So we put in the value down here, and then we liquidate it up. So all these people that were short got liquidated here. Price closed right here. It looks like the open was here. We came back down, tested that. We did run some of the shorts, came back up. When you guys see a profile like this, when you guys see like from the low to the middle is a 45-degree angle like that, that's telling you that supply is shut off and that you shouldn't be shorting that. If you see a profile like this, right, even distribution profile, and you can take a drawing tool and draw a 45-degree angle up to the point of control, that's telling you that selling has shut off, right? And you should not be short that market. That's a key, right? And then we see that we came up into this upper distribution area and then couldn't put the value in. So then, we traded back down. Where do we trade back down to? Into our balance zone, right? And so we do have a little thin spot above, we'll see. It happens to be, almost basically at the exact point of control from 2 days ago's session. So it's just kind of a wait and see game, but just know that if you are still in the short, right, that's you're doing fine. It still has some you still have a little bit of a gap, but understand that as we come down to these levels, that you have these singles to fill, which is that's why I'm targeting is those singles, but you might get some support within this balance zone. And so if you're planning on going 1,000, just make sure that you understand what else is going on, not just that we have a red bar or that we're down 30,000 points for the day. Just understand that. All right. The people that donated today were Mando.
I know we got T-Lev, we got Mando, we got Jason
LEP,
Casper. There's one more person.
There's
Lup,
LEP.
there we go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lup.
Yeah, thank all you guys. Mando, yeah, T-Love, LUP,
OnlyFans.
Jason Casper.
Alex, I get requests for that all the time, man. So you wouldn't be the first. I'm just kidding.
Yes, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's been a long day already.
We'll be around in the Discord, and that's my German accent. My wife says none of my accents are good, so
They're not. That's the one he's not good at, you guys. Accents. There we go.
My Asian accent's on point. That's the one.
All right.
That's the one. Yeah. And that's only because I have you.
Yes, the 45-degree angle does work for both ways. Yes.
Yes, yeah, Andy. Yep. Like I said, I do everything from both ways, so. But you guys have a blessed day. There's no games on till Friday. No Euro games on till Friday. Andy's, I was even surprised that you made it this morning. I figured you'd be passed out drunk after celebrating all night. So I guess it is the afternoon there, so maybe your hangover's over. But yeah, and you guys enjoy your day. We'll be around in the Discord, and that is it. Make sure you guys are managing that risk and sticking to your trade plan. Have a good day.